Going.
The recording's going, so have fun.
Ooh. Man's got his bought extra cloud storage for this.
No, that was Brandon, don't worry.
You look beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't make it your B-reel this time?
You did. Brandon did.
All right. Welcome back to the northern isles betwixt between warring continents of Praetoria. We come back, the party is yet to be named. As of right now, there is actually no party. Currently, we go back, and before we start, because there were a bunch of delays, we're going to go over just a couple of the things that were confusing at first. As also, when we started the game, one of the main focal point of the culture in Midland, the shore, or the grandest of the giants that wander the land, or used to, they have recently gone missing. It was a little confusing because I threw way too many names at y'all because I gave over 12 giants, and each of them had a name in common, and each of them had a name in their original dialect. It was way too confusing to go back. Midland is a group of land masses in between two larger ones. The two larger outset countries are the Kirivostok Empire and the lands of New Phobos. The Kirivostok Empire is a legion ruled through martial might by the thrones of dragons that are constantly trying to lead a conquest further inland against their sworn enemy, the Cruel, the masters of the arcane. Legends say that they were the ones who made the arcane, who dwell within the eastern side of the Isles. They don't really tend to advance, but they are heavily invested in war. Midland itself is scattered and broken. There is no large society. There is no ruling governmental powers. There is no martial law. Humans have found that, and other sort of mortal races have found that to survive, they needed to remain small. But what has kept the war outside of these lands, at least from destroying it, is the giants. From small to large, the largest of which, to give you all a list, so I don't have to, I'm not as confusing as I was last time. There is Ingun, the giant of civilization. Erebos, the giant of death and the underworld. There is Sol, the giant of the sun and natural order. Eroas, one of the gods of war, or the giants of war, and the giant of victory. You have Keranos, which is the giant of storms, wisdom, and craft. Sigurdheim, the giant of destiny. Morviger, the giant of time, mysteries and knowledge. Nylea, the wild and hunt. Visalga, affliction. Hronnotir, deception. And Mogus, war and slaughter. But that is all on a high eagle-eye point of view. Our adventure resumes on a breathless night where the wind is calm, the moon is waning, and it's just the bits of cold, bitter air are starting to settle from winter. The growls of hungry wolves emanate and pace around a newly repaired wood gate, the town of Buckingdale, a town that has recently come across a grand mystery, where the adventurers woke up. You don't remember where you came from, how you got there. The only thing that was constant was there was some kind of fight. But you don't remember. When you awoke, there was barely any time to recuperate yourself, as it seems destiny once again put you to the whips. Riders came in from the guild that guards Buckingdale, warning that some beast was flocking through a nearby wolf's den and was sending the wolves of Athedern to your location. With the gate busted, you very efficiently worked with the townsfolk and set traps of your own and prepared for the oncoming siege and defended it. Even in spite of the fact that at the root of the nest were two or multiple fang hounds, large, hulking wolf creatures that maybe 40 feet tall. The walls maybe would have or would not have fared well against them. You don't know. What you do know is that you defeated them. One of them was even harvested for meat. But y'all came into the village, and there seemed to be a town's gathering in the village hall where all of the citizens, even though safety seems to have been momentarily reinstated, there's kind of just this moment within the dark interior of this high ceiling triangle pyramid-esque structure made of wood and stone with a large rectangular fire pit in the center. Multiple tables some have been pushed off to the side. It's kind of like a tavern, but more formal. More formal as in the meetings that would happen here would be more trade deals or peace treaties or war declarations. But a lot of the formalities have been kind of pushed to the side of the room, and there's just a mass of people. It is a very, very large space, but there's maybe close to 100 people spread out. It's relatively quiet. You five are kind of gathered closer to the fire pit. They're sitting there in the makeshift seats of logs and stones, nothing carved, nothing very well done in regards to craftsmanship. And that seems to be kind of a trend in the town of Buckingdale. It's very small. For those of you who are well experienced travelers, you know there are tons of these settlements. This is not the settlement that would be found on the map. But you are here. There's this moment of just silence. Just kind of sitting, tending to your wounds, the firelight, the distant murmurs of the crowd. And then you see kind of stand up at the head of the fire pit this older gentleman who you remember as Sir Kenneth, who seems to be the warden of that is watching over the town. He is head of the current Ivory Horns soldiers. It kind of just stands up, wear and tear, some scratches, some old, maybe from the previous battle that you don't know about, some that are new from his efforts to very quickly get the gate up and running before the wolves. Kind of just stands up, and there's a moment of silence as everyone kind of quiets down when he stands. All right. Let's take inventory. How many people have we got here? And he kind of looks over to the very much smaller, reserved individual who's a small humanoid with brown hair, this odd texturing, almost like a burn mark of the skin that kind of curves up from the neck. But the rest of his face is fine with these two small glasses. You remember to be the carpenter, and kind of seems to be very hand in hand with with Sir Kenneth. They kind of 98, my lord. All right. We had 129. Very well. It seems to me no one in here is hurt. And there's just this awkward couple minutes that follows where he just kind of stammers over a couple words. He very obviously doesn't know what to say. Seems to be more of a martial, rule by the law type of figure, and not someone who's a charismatic leader, not used to actually having this many people look directly to him, and kind of just fumbles until you hear like one older, gnomish character, and you're like, "What happened?" And then you just hear someone right next to him just kind of elbow him, and nobody knows, you idiot. Everyone's trying to figure that out. Yes, well, we don't fully know what happened. We're still getting the details. But what I can say is the walls are in, and we've lost a lot, and Winter is right around the corner. You'll have to attend to your duties, be diligent in your tasks, and like I say, it's the Ivory Horns. We're not going anywhere. We'll do what we can. Kind of just awkwardly sits back down, and then talking just begins to start happening around. People begin to whisper about what happened. People begin to make theories. Some ancient sky being has come down and hypnotized all of them for the sins of not planting enough corn, according to one of the farmers. It ranges across all of them, and the farmers are just, the imagination starts to go wild. So there's this moment where we all kind of now look at each other, the five of y'all sitting next to each other in the situation. Lots of murmuring around you.
See this? Hey. See that? Points at the fire pit.
See?
It's mimicking my greatness.
He's pointing at the fire pit. What is the fire pit? Describe to me the fire pit right now.
About maybe like 3 feet by 7 feet. It's a long rectangular. It's like a long middle of the room fire pit.
Oh, it's a big one, right?
Yeah, it's a square long fire pit.
Oh, because are we indoors right now?
Yes.
Okay.
I cast dancing lights. See what I'm saying?
The moment you cast dancing lights, you see a couple of people kind of just like move back a little bit.
Bask.
Roll an insight check.
Sort.
My job will touch you to ask what you do.
Where's insight? Oh, there it is.
13.
13. It's a bit odd. People aren't impressed. They're not impressed. They're not reacting the way you thought they would. You don't know why.
I can stop the spell.
Could I garner that people are kind of like a little weirded out by the creature to the left of me?
Roll an insight check.
All right.
Oh my gosh. How dare you? That's gonna be 12.
You get the same impression.
Oh,
you can't really
yeah,
tell.
15.
15?
Yeah.
That's a different number. You can't gain the general sense of a bunch of it, but something that immediately catches you is definitely a little bit of unease. Not fear, just unease. And probably has something to do with the fact that what he did was looked arcane.
And I know people don't like care for arcane, right?
Pretty much the ability to wield the arcane is kept exclusively to the east in the lands of New Phobos, and those who have it are generally either aligned with it or have stolen it.
Okay. I hand him a piece of beef jerky.
Oh,
He hands you the piece of beef jerky, and it's like an optical illusion. The moment you grab it, you realize how much bigger it is compared to you. It's like when he holds it out, it's like one of the gas station aisle Slim Jims, and the moment you grab it, you realize it's one of the full-size 12-inch Slim Jims.
is
You're
it
like,
spicy?
Yeah.
I take a bite and then, almost in tears, not being able to handle the spice. I'm just holding on.
that passive insight, you kind of immediately tell the similar aversion to what other people had in the arcane. He just has to the flavor of.
I take another bite.
No, you don't always have to eat what is given to you.
Right wizard.
Lay on hands for a point of health.
You feel a general sense of healing come to you, and it's like drinking a glass of milk for a second. The spice quickly
of course.
dissipates, and then that second bite.
Maybe for you, Zach.
Then that second bite kicks in. The one that was still in your mouth that you took in, it's right back to the spicy.
Hey, Fred. What kind of jerky you got there?
Let's do it.
Do I know
Just handing out his jerky.
You look at it, probably elk. Just judging by the texture. At which point, in the middle of this like awkward silence, you kind of see the older individual kind of shuffle over to y'all, and kind of just he kind of walks over and kind of sits down on this large stone, one of the ones that was unoccupied by y'all, and kind of just stares into the fire and absent-mindedly, but doesn't look your direction. Says, "Hey, I could use a couple of good men like y'all in the horns. I don't really know how to say thank you. I'm not used to saying that."
It's okay, you're welcome.
Kind of looks at you. I still outrank you.
I know.
Does it pay anything?
Well, about that. Well, you can look around and you can see we're not really an affluent town. But are you all together?
No.
Just the wide pan shot of all of y'all just sitting. Oh, well, I only have one thing I can give.
Oh, shit.
I was saying.
You can get two of them.
I'm a man of honor, and I'm a man of stature. We would not have been able to do that without y'all. So, and my old man used to teach me that if you don't treat your guests well, you're going to make a couple of the giants mad at you, and they will weave destiny against you. And you have come into my town, and the first thing you do is lose your memories, wounds, and nothing to pay for. So, here's what I can give you. Those wolves came from Africa. It's a old tribal meeting spot about 3 hours south from here. Keep to the right of the woods. Those wolves, they moved in about a year and a half ago. And if there's fanghounds are a little bit more personal than other wolves. They like to collect things. So here's what I can give you. The morrow after tomorrow, 2 sunrises from now, my men will ride to Africa and take everything that is in it, because we're going to need the supplies. I can give you 1 head start to loot.
I'll take that.
That is about all that I can give you.
It's more than fair.
How do I get there?
Where is that? kind of just looks around, and he looks for a little bit, and then he kind of shakes his head and walks off into the crowd for a bit, and then comes back pulling by the arm the soldier you all remember, the half-elf young ranger named Garrick, who's kind of, what? I didn't do anything this time, I swear. He's like, you do well with maps. Write me up a sketch to Africa from here with 2 checkpoints. Mm-hmm. We all going to Africa?
Apparently.
That's the plan as of now.
Rather fun up there. I'm kind of jealous, to be honest. I've seen a lot of carriages get swept by those wolves. A lot of stuff probably up there. It's a shame, really. But, okay, give me this parchment. He kind of takes one of the parchments from the captain and begins to very ramshackle sketch a map. And he hands it to y'all a few minutes later. And it's very crude, but not much else you can expect over when he's drawing it over his leg. But he gives you, there's pretty much 2 landmarks you have that can guide you towards it. It should be an easy travel.
Okay. When we get there, how do we divide this up? There's 5 of us. 100%. I'm not good at that. 100 divided by 5.
You see both the captain and Eric go.
The lens between is an uneducated woman.
Who would have thought?
Be 20%.
We have someone who's smart.
So 20% each of us? Right?
I mean,
Yeah?
probably won't be able to carry everything that's there, but sure.
Shit, I'll take whatever I can get.
I kind of assumed.
That voice. Shit, I'll take whatever I can
It kind of you see the captain kind of turn to you. How do you pronounce your name?
Eingamar?
I didn't have an R, and I was like, I knew that's wrong.
Eingi.
He kind of looks at you and kind of. So are you stationed somewhere?
I used to be. Up north. I assume up north, actually.
You're not going. Apologies, I'm trying to find some way to get answers because I don't know if there's anyone in this town empirical enough to give me an answer. All the locals here will just give me nonsense about myths, spirits, legends, such.
I think it's been a couple months if when I got knocked out and reawoken was like a day. If it was multiple years, I'm sorry, but if it was like a couple months, I don't have much info for you.
I don't know if y'all are going to go on a quest. Unfortunately, due to my responsibilities, I actually think the best thing to do is to accept the lost day and move on. But if you ever found news as to what happened, I would be really appreciative. You can send it to Sir Kenneth Oldervick.
Can I look around the room and see, are the 2 like barmaids?
Yes.
Oh my
God. You take a moment to look, and you kind of look, and you see them. They're in a position where they seem to be. They're the 2 of them. You see the 2 of them kind of on either side in front of an older man. Roll a perception check.
We're the Middle Ages, bitch. Time for some education.
What?
15.
15? That was enough. So you kind of look at him, and you kind of have to take a moment to look him over a couple times. The man he's an older man, but he still has brown and curly hair, very defined chin, very, very Phobian features. He looks very much like he was from deep within the East. And you kind of look at him, and his eyes have this very, very bright, intense blue, even though they're graying a little bit with age. He has just the slight essence of the beard, but it actually is rather most well kept, and has some kind of intricate robes about him. And it's kind of just clutching a stick, and it's kind of in like seems to be saying something in protest to the two women.
Creep over there.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Oh yeah. It's like, how do I go about this without getting my ass beat?
0% likelihood that he doesn't get beat.
Fair.
Unless he doesn't get caught.
13.
13? So you can kind of get over there, and you start to hear their conversation. The two women, one of them with this more paler hair and a scar across her eye, it seems to be on the left, and the one with like just maybe dyed, but very, very deep black hair. And with your previous perception, you kind of look at them, and it's a little bit odd. They have very prominent Western features, as if they were very much of a Kiri Vostok heritage. But you can kind of hear the conversation of the one with the black hair. Oh no, you cannot do it. You cannot work on the wall. You're too old. You're going to hurt yourself. And he's like, no, I remember. I worked on the wall outside the greatest cities back home. I did. I can do it. And then you hear the one with the scars. And kind of just frustrated before she kind of like her head turns a little bit, and then she kind of looks towards you. Not a hateful look, just kind of look towards you, and then the other two look, and then you hear the older man go, "Oh, help me!" And you see the two of them kind of help the figure up and kind of get him positioned on a cane. Ooh. He looks stronger than he is. Like, he's very weak and fragile getting up, but the moment he stands, there's a certain posture to him that just emits at least strength of will, and kind of just shuffles over to you. Is this the strapping, handsome young man who stepped into our establishment earlier?
Good day, sir. I came over here to apologize to your daughters. I came across...
Grabs your hand immediately and like shakes it on his. Oh, you fine young boy. There is no one who should be apologizing but me. I can tell you very, very strongly. You have to excuse my daughters. They have had a very hard life. And they're a little rough around the edges, and when things get tense, it kind of gets magnified.
Well, I'm a father myself, actually.
You understand?
I was just, when I heard that we were gonna get attacked, I thought of them first thing, so I was like, I gotta get the hell out of here.
Son, I'm very old.
Or I'll never see them again,
So you know them before?
What?
You've known them before. You were obviously caring about them to come for my daughters if you came to them when you heard the village was under attack.
What? No! I am just messing with you, lad. I'm just messing with you.
An old man has to have his jokes every now and then. I'm cooped up in my old cave reading way too many books. I read way too many books when I was a young lad. Actually, could you tell me something, young boy? That goblin over there, did he, or were my old failing eyes? And kind of just looks at you, and you're a little bit made uncomfortable by how intense they just stare at you for a second, as if almost they've got something about them. Did I see that he casts you?
I can neither confirm nor deny that. I don't know him very well. I've only met him.
Lad, you sound like one of the horns. Come on.
Did he cast magic? I can't know for sure, sir, but you're welcome to go ask him.
Well, let's go and ask him. Kind of takes your arm, and you see the women go.
Let's do that.
You kind of, and then you see the figure, kind of, which is a very interesting sight. Cause you're a halfling, right? Or
I'm a gnome.
No. So you see the small gnomish figure being kind of almost led by an older man that kind of approaches y'all's sitting area.
Hey,
You, they've got a lot of problems with memory around the town, but might I say, I've got a memory about me and I don't remember your faces.
well, I'm Hembrig.
Hembrig?
Hembrig Windry. Well,
Hembrig, anybody who comes into Buckingdale has to meet Eucarpus. Eucarpus. Kind of just shakes your hand. My name is Eucarpus. Kind of goes over to you and kind of just shakes your hand a little bit.
What vibe does this guy give?
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
No, I don't carpus.
And what? Do I see he's uncomfortable looking? Out of curiosity.
You can't really.
Oh no, nothing.
At this point, you can't really tell which one, what their uncomfortable is or whatnot. You can't tell. He is very outgoing, which is for a lot of people just naturally like a little bit disconcerting. But you catch kind of now closer, kind of the similar vibe of the fact that he is definitely from the New Phobos side of the world. He does not have really mixed, or he doesn't have Midland features to him.
Okay.
Who are you? I'm Eucarpus.
I'm Gumar.
Come on. Nice to meet you. Draco.
I am Sovrog, the greatest wizard who has ever lived. And then I cast Dancing Lights.
You kind of see him and kind of. But great wizards make each other greater. And you see dancing lights go out to mimic your pattern.
I get ready to cast Fireball.
You kind of go through and wait. I am way past my first. I'm way past my prime. There was a time when I could do mage duels. No. Oh.
I'm just
Hey.
ignorant.
Senora. The senora. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Batilius Titu?
Eucarpus. Well, it's rather fascinating to see all of you. Well, I was about to ask you what brought you here. Foolish old man that I am, forgets which question. Just like the rest of the Midlanders, very talkative. Well, you are more than welcome to stay at our establishment. You're more than welcome to stay at the inn. You have rooms for the night. Please.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate that.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
I was just preparing myself to sleep on the floor outside somewhere.
So was I.
Oh, our floor is much more comfortable.
That's good.
And also, it's getting cold. Perhaps. Where are you? So, where are you all off to? Are you all staying? Are we graced by your presence to remain here for a bit?
I'm only staying for the night. I gotta get going here soon. But yeah, I got quotas I gotta meet, fortunately. But it's a nice little town you got here. Nice
No,
town.
I think it is. I think it is indeed.
How long you been living here?
Where? In Midland? Or in Buckingdale?
Buckingdale.
Oh, I was here when it was What?
75
What race is this guy?
He looks human.
He's human? Okay. Wow. So you're day one. You're
I guess I am day one.
You're an OG. All right. You're an OG, I guess.
Oh my god, what does you tell me? I don't know what it means.
Bro, you're like totally lit, fam.
I'm keeping up with the new Midland slang.
Like what is?
I do say the new magic is doth bussing.
Could you tell us where exactly in the world we are?
Well, why would you want to know?
Because the last thing I remember, I was on the border, and I woke up here.
Well, you are not far from the border.
Which border?
Kiri Vostok.
Thank you.
Well, you are. I don't have a map with me. Those are a little bit rare to come by. But I would say you are pretty much about 13 minutes walk from this one of the southern points of Lake Secession. And you remember Lake Secession is pretty much the largest lake in Midland. It is pretty much the Great Lake. It is.
Everyone takes their kids there.
Everyone goes there.
That's the only place you
Everyone
can
goes there.
find it.
Great fishing. But it's more along the east side. It's about maybe depending on where you are, you could be over a week from the border, or like directly on the border. Maybe a week, but you're only a couple days travel from the border town skirmishers locations. So depending on how aggressive the Empire is, and they can
Border town skirmishers.
or skirmishes. There is so the Kiri Vostok Empire is consistently trying to expand. They are consistently trying to, or it has been the impression that they are consistently trying to get into Midland because Midland is the thing that is keeping them from getting to Phobos.
Wow.
It's really a Poland situation.
Yes. So, but well, yes. So I can tell you that where you are, but it's rather strange. Don't you think? All of Vulcan Town lose ribbons? I don't know. It's just an old man. I have way too many theories. I've read way too many books. Well, if you have any other questions, you know where to find me. I think we're just about done here in the town hall. I think they're going to start sending people to their homes.
It was great to meet
Likewise, young boy. At any time you are near, I can tell you are someone who wanders a lot. Anytime.
you. Yes.
You are more than welcome to stay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You say you have kids.
I do, yeah.
A wife?
Yeah.
Shame.
Yes.
Yeah, you got a wizard book?
No,
I wanna look. I cast the same token.
well,
It's free.
boy, you see, not any spell book. If you like reading books, yes, but I gave up that life a long time ago. Believe me. Do you have a spell book?
No.
That's
I
why.
can't read.
Well, I can teach you if you want.
No.
Do you?
You don't need those for spells.
I don't know who you.
I just want to touch the book.
I don't know who you learned it from, but the
I like
people-
touching the books. They feel cool and then they go, whoa.
I don't have any war books. I have readers. But you know where to find me. Kind of
Obliged.
gives a wave and just gives the book away. You know, once again,
Already got a marriage proposal. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
He just offered up his
sounds
daughters
like
to
it.
her, yes. He said this is a shame you're married. So either that or the old man was trying to marry him, but I doubt that was it.
You never know these days.
I'm gonna go outside and maybe look around. I wanna like check out the spot where we were at, see if I can like see any
Discerning more
tracks
clues?
or like clues.
you go out and you kind of take a look. It's been definitely a lot's been cleaned. Like a lot of the villagers that couldn't help with the wall were still working during the rush to try and kind of get things prepped and kind of get walls up to keep the cold air out. And you do notice like a lot, pretty much all the bodies have been dragged off. You can follow the tracks. You can see where kind of the general traffic of things is moving, but it seems a little bit more clean. When you kind of take a look around, there's nothing inherently that catches your eyes, at least for your wanderer skills. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Please bear with me again.
11?
Yeah.
Can't really find anything. It's between the wind, the fact that a storm seemed to have happened the previous day, the ground is just starting to dry. Can't really see anything.
His name, the guy we just talked to, his name was
Eucarpus.
Eucarpus. Can I actually go back inside and talk to him?
You can see him. He's kind of begins to walk out at the same time you do, and he's kind of just walking hand in hand. His two daughters are kind of supporting him on either side.
Eucarpus.
Huh?
Can I ask you?
I'll take them both.
Can I ask you a strange question?
Absolutely.
Did you see me come into town? Do you remember, like, do you remember me coming in?
No, lad, I'm sorry. I don't think I do. But, and you can see kind of like just for a split second, you see like the happy-go-lucky facade fade, and you see like the grim reality like on his face, and for a split second, you get a glimpse of, oh, he knows exactly what's going on, but for that, and then a split second later, he kicks back. But, no, it's not unnerving, you just see that he's not in denial for a split second, you can see, and then he kind of just, but take no discouragement, lad. Old men my age might start forgetting things normally.
Okay. Thank you, Eucarpus. See you later tonight. I walk away.
In the bedroom.
Man, I get that over.
How far back? Wait, have we discovered yet how far back our memories are wiped?
It's pretty much, you remember your travels and all of pretty much quote unquote your memories. It's just anytime you think about the subject of how you got to Buckingdale,
How we got to Buckingdale.
and why you were there, kind of just short circuits.
Okay.
Like there's a blockage.
I pull out my pack.
Just in the city hall.
No, yeah, just in the city hall. It was just kind of rummaging through as he chokes down the last bit of jerky. And I keep with me a couple of things, right? I keep smithing tools and I keep hammers that I use for throwing, right, in battle. Do my hammers have any blood on them? Because I didn't use them in the wolf battle. But I keep them kind of on my side belt so I can chuck them at enemies.
I will have you roll a medicine check.
Please. Okay. Medicine? Mm-hmm. Oh, sick. 15. 18.
18. Is your hammer like engraved at all, or is it just a smooth surface?
Oh no, there are engravings on it. They're like they're nice.
You look. There's no like. It's no like. You just hit it and the blood splatters there. But what you do you kind of can take a look at the medicine with that medicine roll, and kind of look at in the engravings, and you know there was never going to be a large amount of blood anyway because it was a storm. But you kind of like take a minute and you kind of like take a little stick or something and you go into one of the grooves and you kind of scrape it out, and you scrape out, it's this crumpled substance, and it's not dirt. It's a different color than dried blood. least dry human blood. Some form of dried liquid.
Is it in one of my hammers or just all of them?
And you kind of take a look, you can see speckles of it in all of your hammers.
Here we go. I taste some of it.
Okay. Kind of.
What?
Acidic, base, anything?
Taste like the blood of your enemies.
It tastes irony.
Okay, so it is some
Kind of like blood, but there's this weird. I'll have you roll. This will be another medicine check. This will be a hard
Okay.
DC. This will be a hard DC.
Ooh! Okay. That's a natural 20 for 24.
That will do it. It's kind of a honeysuckle, like a kind of planty, viney flower honeysuckle bittersweet behind the iron, and it has a terrible aftertaste. Horrid aftertaste. I'll have you roll percentile dice.
Oh gosh. It's getting serious.
You're not gonna waste your flat.
Ooh.
Yeah, money. 88.
Yeah, that's kind of what you get from that. It's weird. It kind of resembles blood, but it's just that flavor. It's not human blood. It's not animal blood.
I go back into my pack. How many days rations are missing?
Get Sherlock Holmes over here.
You got about you have a couple rations left, but I'll say you don't necessarily remember how. For a man who eats as much, you eat so variably, you don't know how many rations you had beforehand.
No.
You curse for the moment that you are in the bulk side of the workout routine and not the cut side, so you don't know.
Really gotta switch to cuts in case this ever happens again.
You were on episode 7005 of One Piece and you forgot how much you were eating last time.
Alrighty, take a
At which
drink of
point,
water. Sit back.
Draco. So kind of shuffling over to you as you're kind of just sitting, you see Garrick kind of come close to you. Hey, you want to know something fun?
What is it?
I wasn't asked the battle that y'all just had, but I did do a little bit of exploring. That I don't know what did it, but I can tell you, I know where they were going.
The wolves?
No, whatever did this, I know where they were going.
Where were they going?
So, cost you 5 gold. Damn. Hates my services, man.
We're in the room with the fire pit, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Fine, smite!
No,
Dawson, we got.
Can I? I'm gonna cast. Is it? Oh my God, what's the name of it? Is it thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy.
Yeah.
Forget everyone at the same time. Thaumaturgy. I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy on the fire pit, turning the flames like ice blue.
Is that something you can do with thaumaturgy? Or is it...
Yes.
Okay, you're not looking and you're just saying, yeah, because there's 2 spells.
I know it's mostly harmless sensory effects. I know
Yeah.
you can open windows,
Thaumaturgy.
make loud noises.
I'm saying.
You manifest a minor wonder or sign of supernatural power within range. The examples are: your voice booms 3 times as loud. You cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color for 1 minute.
There we go, there you go. Okay, so,
This
okay, cool. So you change your clone. What do you say?
Do not trifle with me, boy.
Just out of curiosity, do I hear any of this? Since I'm like sitting next to him.
I was staring at the flames, assumedly.
Roll a
Someone else would.
Roll an intimidation check.
Oh, you don't even see what changes it. You just watch them change.
No, I don't.
Something you said turned it blue. You said something, and then all of a sudden it turned blue.
It was the hot jerky.
I got 23.
20. Yes, you do hear what's going on.
Cool.
I am a god.
16.
You have a natural 20 on the save. So, he kind of just like looks at you and kind of moves back for a second.
If your information is good, you might get 3 gold.
And then I toss him 5 gold.
What? Were you listening to this?
I will say,
I also
as a
rolled
result,
23.
I will say as a good intimidation check, the coin does catch him off guard. I gotta.
Just tell us the info.
No, that's how you do business. Kind of. Us?
Oh.
Or you?
I mean, I'm sitting right next to him, so
Well, yeah, but I can tell you, you gave me the coin.
just tell us both. I'm not one for games.
So, there's a fairly faint, distinct trail of rubbish in the woods that is pointing towards Owl's Big Tower. Owl's Big Tower, I'm assuming you're probably not from around here. Owl's Big Tower is some old, I think it's a giant watch station. I think it was built by Novgorod or something along the lines. They were built to watch Segerheim down in the valley. But I don't know what they were looking for. And I sure as the Giants don't know of anything up there in that tower that's worth anything. I grew up playing in that tower. But something went up there. And a lot of something. I couldn't count how many tracks. I'd say at least 16, 20.
Thank you.
I was going to ask you, Garrick. Is there a way you could draw us a map of the surrounding area?
I'd imagine that if you didn't want to pay me 5 gold, you're not going to want to pay me the amount I'm going to charge you to make a full detailed map. Your best bet is to follow the road and find a merchant or someone who does have one. There are no few, I mean, they're not exactly commonplace, but you look. But I don't know.
And do we know which direction Owl's Big Tower is in?
Yeah. He says it's about I think it was it's about maybe 5 hours to do directly north. Which if you're going to Atherton, it's take you about a 2-hour detour. They're relatively in the same direction. Well, no, 3 hour because Atherton is more inside the forest. The tower is outside of the forest, so you can see down into the plains. So yeah, it'll be about a 3-hour detour. If you're gonna try and get there, go north until you find Atherton, right, and then find the water's edge. When the water's edge meets a mountain, the side opposite the lake, that's where you're gonna find the tower. It's not really a mountain; it's more of just a large hill. But that's where you're gonna find it. It's maybe 5 hours if you went due that way. But
Is this the same guy that got like pulled over? Or was like told to draw
Yeah.
some map? Oh.
Yeah.
But this is the guy you remember. He was one of the ones who woke you up with the 3, and you can kind of see
Suddenly
kind of
way more
a little bit,
self-assured now that-
a little bit behind him are the 3 halfling children that are kind of like, and you kind of noticed the moment he kind of got the purse, he kind of held it behind him in one of the which you can't really tell them apart except by their hair color. But one of the children kind of just takes him. They're kind of just standing behind him.
Is so where you said the wolves den was with all the loot? Is that in line with the path to this tower? Like
Wait.
You said it was a 3-hour detour.
Hold on, time out. Are we all here now?
Well, he never. I mean, For clarification,
turned blue.
I'm passed out in the corner next to the guy who's marveling at the blue fire.
so I would say actually you probably didn't hear this since you were talking.
Okay, I was
but for clarification, it is a little bit of a detour, but generally in the same direction.
I didn't know if you meant in relation to the.
He meant on the way there, and then he also gave us if we got to Aphrodite first and then went.
He said if you go to Athedern, get to Athedern, find the. Go to Athedern, keep going north till you find the lake's edge. Go right along the lake's edge until you find a large hill / mountain, small mountain. On the other side of the mountain is the tower.
Okay. Yeah.
That is if you are going from Athedern to there. He said it, but if you're not, it's directly due north.
Okay. But I didn't hear any of that.
No, that's for clarification.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep. There's actually a lot of running to get that information, so thank you, Sophie, for me. Kind of turns around and kind of skips outside. You see the 3 halflings start under the legs of all of them, kind of following along behind. Halfling children are very small. Grab them.
Cigarette in your pocket.
So is there anything else y'all would like to do before y'all bed down for the night?
I'm gonna turn to him. I appreciate the backup and the coin. The fire trick normally works. I don't know.
Tough crowd, am I
We're
right?
in a new place. It's okay. In my line of work that I used to work in, information is the most important. So I had some extra coin to give. I wasn't undermining the thing.
No, I know. It's fine.
Yeah, you'll get him. You'll get him next time.
Can't even scare a Hellfelt boy anymore. I don't know why I'm turning into like I'm just becoming a boomer. I'm just like, I used to pay 25 cents to go to the movies, and now I'm watching Avatar: Way of Water.
Dude, that's what happens. Look. You're a racist old guy. It's destined to happen. You have an inevitable gravity towards being a boomer.
There it is. I don't know what happened. I think. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was never
Now we got a picture of the fucking bird.
It was never there.
I just thought that I was okay with it. I mean, it's still your background.
It's still a good
fits
background,
the
but
theme.
still.
Do not make any comments about the bird design. Zach's very attached to it.
You say anything?
I learned the hard way.
If you have something negative against
All right.
the bird doesn't.
Is there anything else y'all would like to do before you bed down for the evening? In your assorted places.
I would like to write in my journal to my wife.
You do so.
Innkeeper's daughter.
You do so. I will need the name of hers.
It's yet to come up with what.
He doesn't.
Bro!
It's gonna happen.
You know your wife's name, Jack?
It's gonna happen.
When is the kid's birthday? All right.
Oh!
All right. So,
Fiddly.
I will definitely very much annoy the wizard we talked to for a couple hours.
you go and find him, and you find that he keeps relatively actually enjoys the company. There's a couple moments where you can see the poking definitely gets to him a little bit, but
To clarify what I'm explaining how the spells that I cast make me feel. And then I'm asking if he has similar experience, but several hours and I only know like 8 spells. And I don't know any spells except Fireball.
So it's very much like like talking to a distant grandfather. Like for most of it, he's there and understands it. Some of it goes over his head. He tries for some of it. Other parts he tries and redirects because you can tell he's bored. One of the daughters, the one with the scar, kept watch but fell asleep after 30 minutes and has just been there the whole time, conked out over a chair. But he keeps he keeps company with you. So, is there any specific information you're trying to find out?
Absolutely not. And I'm trying to get him to think I'm kind of cool with fucking spell.
It is a little bit hard to think to make him think you're cool. However, he does seem to share a passion for spells. for you, you're just trying to convince him that it's the one particular spell that's the most beautiful, and he may need a little bit more convincing.
Church of Fireball.
Sorry, guys, I'm staying here for the rest of my life until this old man's convinced.
So, sleep
I will
all
roll a
comes,
check every day.
sleep comes to you wherever you are, whether in the corner of the city hall, in the tavern, or wherever you all choose to bed down. Sleep comes to you. It is a welcome night's sleep.
Go back to full health.
You can take the benefits of a long rest,
We
and
don't have to. That's what I just heard.
so
Yes.
you level up to
Finally.
level 20. I'm kidding. No. Okay.
Shit, yeah.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
Bait and switch.
Beat and switch.
You all wake up with dysentery.
Stronger.
You wake up.
Roleplay diarrhea.
All of you, the sun, all of you, the morning light comes to you. You all wake up, sleeping just about as normally as you can. Still a little bit stiff and sore. Nothing has changed in regards to your memories, but you do feel a whole lot better, just in general. And for those of you who step outside, the storm that blew through has completely passed, and now a very high pressure system where there are no clouds in the sky. It is a very light, pale blue. The sun is just starting to shine, and it is going to be a very, very bright sun. And you can see here a couple of bird song. There's not very much of a breeze, maybe just a hint of a breeze. It is definitely a beautiful, beautiful fall day post storm. You all have the day before you. You see people kind of just start going about their lives. The Ivory Horn guards begin to, half of them start again working on the more long-term repairs of the wall, and the others are kind of out beyond the walls, kind of scavenging the skins. The meat has decayed at this point or been eaten by smaller critters, but a lot of the hides and leathers are still good, so they're out there harvesting. The town kind of just starts to go back to the way it would have. This is a small town of survival. They know how to survive, and they know how to survive with setbacks.
Are the wolves still here? Are the wolves still here?
No. The wolves at this point are gone. The only wolves that remain are carcasses.
Are there any pelts?
Oh.
Or is there any skin left to be made?
You can go outside and find. There's a bunch of carcasses that can be.
To fetch any wolf
You have to kind of. You would have to do it very rapidly because the Ivory Horns are starting to collect the skins because they know they will also need them.
I'll get what I can. Or just, I'll take...
Roll a survival check.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh, can I do the same thing?
Roll a survival check.
Is that winter wolf still around? Or what did we do?
Sure. Y'all, there were how many? Y'all killed. No, y'all killed.
Two of them. There were two winter wolves.
wolves.
Was it?
And then like two bigger wolves.
Was it 2 winter wolves, 2 fanghounds?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the one I'll say the meat is no longer salvageable. But
No,
yes, you can.
it's the hide.
Yes, you
That's all I
can.
want.
Go.
What?
Come on.
Would make a nice scarf.
You kind of and.
That's rough. Oh, that's 15.
Wait, yeah, 15. Cool.
I'll say you can grab 2 wolf.
Okay.
I fuck it up royally.
You kind of get up there and
Skin rips in half.
you kind of go up there and you're like, and you kind of like grab the skin, and then you see what you thought was like just dark stained fur. A badger kind of just kind of like, you have to like rush your hand up, like it was just. It's like a tick that was just stuck on someone's like inner thigh for like 5 minutes. The badger just kind of waddles into the woods with a full belly. Just
I see that and I'm giggling. I do a low...
Oh my gosh.
you, Draco, kind of step out into the street and kind of are greeted with this fresh day, and it's a nice reprieve. It's a nice reprieve. There is actually a bit of a moment where you're like, okay, you have yourself. And then you, right as you get that, you hear this voice call out. Hey, say! And you see, walking down the street, toting 3 big, horses, like really beefy, hairy mares. The giant that was standing back just kind of looks at you.
I point to the logo board. It's all done.
Thank you. Kind of just keeps walking. You would do him proud.
What was it called?
I have a hatchet and a dagger, and I have a short sword.
Just keeps walking.
I just take notes on it.
You also kind of come out. You wake up and you see that the Eucarpus is. Y'all fell asleep under the firelight, and you see Eucarpus is still.
He's dead. He passed away.
He passed away. Heart attack.
He lost the will to live after being talked to for 4 hours.
Do I still see that guy? He's sleeping, right?
What, Eucarpus?
Yeah, Eucarpus.
Oh no, that is. You can go and find him. If you slept in the tavern, I'll say you can try and find him, but.
Oh, I don't see him walking around town.
No, he's currently asleep. He's sleeping.
I wake up and I yawn and I go.
I'm going to look for Brandon. What's your character's name?
Hembrig.
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 Hembrig. Hembrig.
You like characters that have
sound like
their
that.
names.
Syphilis and hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
Next, my name's gonna be Aid.
Yeah. My next character's gonna be chlamydian.
Come on.
So.
Relatively easy. You kind of take a minute, but he's outside the wall, and you see him kind of like harvesting a couple pelts.
Hi.
How's it going?
Well, I assume an opportunist like you is going to be heading for, oh my god, Athedern pretty soon.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not going alone. We made it. We all agreed, like 20% for each of us.
Oh yeah, I'm there. I forgot about that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah. See? So it's Atherdern Owl Tower for me.
What?
Atherdern is like right here as far as priority.
You haven't been told about the owl being.
How do you know
That's
about
right. You just know that.
How do you know? It's going to be like,
Redacted.
That dirty bitch.
blue fire!
Sounds the other guy that gave the information.
Tell us how you know.
The horror of the three children.
Where's the trigger? I want to punch him right in the face.
I'm all in for that.
Well, I know you don't know this.
It's a cool tower.
I just tell him about the, you know about
You
the,
get the
Download from Torrent Network.
it's going to go through this whole thing, but just fuck it.
So that
Hey, you're looking
that's
at
where
the-
we think the beings that sort of put us here reside, right?
Whatever came through this town was on its way there. So that's our best chance of
Like
getting
the
it.
people we woke up fighting against, they also went there.
Okay, we woke up fighting against the wolves.
No, sorry.
whatever
The
caused
battlegrounds.
Oh,
Or whatever caused the
okay.
wolves.
We woke up in like the ruins of a battle. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's good.
Zach coming in
Alright.
clutch with the name Phil. I didn't even tell him. I pointed at him and he was like, Athedern.
It's a skill. It's a skill when you're DMing.
Just knew.
Now you can say your
Yes.
priority line.
Yes. Okay. So right up
The
here.
workshop in this.
So like loot, wolf pack loot first, right?
Yes.
And then we do the tower. Is
Yes.
that cool? Okay. Cool.
Well, I suppose we're going
Is
to
that
need an
cool with you,
incentive
man?
to keep most of these people on track. Apparently, you have to pay more than 5 gold for a map these days. I don't know what.
Dude, maps are expensive.
Didn't know.
And
Back in
then
the olden days, it'd be like 50
We
gold.
go. No.
Isn't gold
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Like
But
transactions.
maps are so rare, and they're
Okay.
literally like the most useful thing
Go.
possible. It's as if there's only 20 GPSs in the world. You know, those things are gonna be selling for millions of dollars.
My character says to you,
Why?
it's been a
You
pleasure
want to find out?
talking of some. Hey,
Oh God.
hey. What's his name? Eucarpus. Oh, Eucarpus.
says his name.
It's been a pleasure you meeting my greatness, and it's been all right for me likewise. So I will see you. For a wizard does not merely stay where he is in the universe, and a wizard as great as me, of course, wouldn't. And that is what I'm explaining to you. I cast it. And so I will be on my very way. You are welcome for meeting me in this grave. Hey, you carpet. Yeah, okay, bye.
You walk out, you all have yourselves. You all
You
have
just
the
run
journey.
straight into me.
Are you at the door?
What do y'all like to do?
Yeah.
Are y'all heading to Athedern? Are y'all heading to the tower?
My vote's after.
Well, we haven't met up with you guys yet, so me and Nathaniel currently.
Don't we need to leave
going
quickly
forward.
because he's only giving us a 3-hour head start before all
No, he's giving us an entire day.
He's giving you a 1-day head start.
A 1-day head start?
Yeah.
He says, in pretty much in context right now, tomorrow morning at dawn, his riders will ride and take everything in Athedern.
So we go now?
Yes. He just made up with you. He's like, oh,
I would love to get there.
But I don't want to go by myself to Atherdern. So.
I know you guys don't know this, but there's a tower.
I had a tower once.
No, you didn't.
Man, I had so many plans of how I was going to disperse that information slowly through the group.
I sling my back. Do I know which door it is that we're leaving out of?
Slowly building my
You're currently
influence
outside.
Within
Oh, we're outside.
We can say y'all begin to start.
I begin walking.
Really give you guys all this point.
They're currently not
If you didn't make fire,
anything
change
you
the
need to like
color.
a cleaning station and everything
Someone
to
make a fire first.
actually like work into your leather. Until you get that.
Alright.
Assistant, make the fire, make the fire.
Dun, 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 dun.
So y'all are making it to Athedern?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Walk it.
So
As long as already
who has the map?
Is there a map?
I have
Remember
a
there was a small drawn map.
I have a
Bootleg. We were given bootleg map.
Whoever
sitting closest to corner.
whoever has the map, I will ask you to make a survival check to navigate yourself through the two landmarks to.
Who has highest survival score?
He's a scout.
Oh, look, you have a survival score.
I have a 5.
I have a 4.
Wait.
A +5 of survival?
Yeah, it's +5.
Oh, you double thieves' tools and stuff.
Damn.
So
How much you got?
How much? Hey, bro, let me see.
brother.
How much?
4.
Who's leading us?
Full. Anybody especially good? I mean, I'm good generally with maps, but is anybody?
I can do it.
Oh my goodness.
I'll have you make a survival check.
Let me see the
You
map.
got a nice +5. You can do that.
You're gonna fight +5, my
You
boy.
screw up, we get no treasure.
What?
Yep.
Okay. I'm actually kind of nervous.
Because we'll be a day late, and then they'll all be gone.
Natural one there, Brandon?
That'd be a no, not a natural one. He got a nice fat +1 bonus to that natural one. He's got a 2. So he's
Can I have
7.
7.
Not till an
So,
hour later.
Anyway.
so you pretty much are. You begin making your way northward.
We just started though, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we started in the morning.
The best
we're at
place
the
to get
tower.
direction wrong. The start.
Yeah.
So you begin to set out the journey. You kind of have it, and you begin making your way north, and you're pretty much to the east of some woods. You're to the east of some woods, and it doesn't take.
Well, here's some woods, guys.
It doesn't take long for you to come over maybe one of the rises and you can, see the shimmering water far, far on the horizon of Lake Secession. But kind of a couple hours in, it's like you should have hit the first landmark and you haven't seen it, and you think you're steering a little bit away from the forest, but he said it was in the forest, so I'm gonna have you make another
Guys.
survival check.
None of these trees look like any in the woods.
Can I assist him?
Yes, you can.
So, you
So
get
roll with
advantage.
advantage, Brandon.
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
I like
maybe
the
we
idea
should
we're
both
just
look at
following.
Maybe
Roll it again.
Maybe put the dice tray on a flat surface, my guy.
There we go.
We'll turn around.
That was
Put on your ass.
22.
22.
22 is a lot better.
Then 2.
And
Yeah, the 22 is all that matters. Yeah.
Okay,
22.
so
You had it upside down.
You really gotta roll the steps.
So
and the
this time you kind of take a moment and you pretty much just ditch the map for a second and you remember the two landmarks and you remember one of them is a mountain that looks like a half crest sickle. And I don't know where any of that is, but you go and find a high point and the nearest high point you can and you eventually pinpoint where that is. And it put on about another 2 hours to the journey. But you eventually make your way over to where you are back on track. I'll have you make one final survival check.
okay.
Oh gosh.
Does he still get advantage if I help him?
Yes,
this boy.
one final.
Okay, that's not bad. Roll again. You have advantage.
Oh, I have advantage. Okay,
You
so
have advantage. So that was a 13.
that was 18.
Yeah.
Was mine, and that's
Terrible. So the 18 is what we got.
18.
Okay, 18. So this time it's fairly easy now. You're on track. You know where you are. You follow the map. About another
I flipped it.
another hour into the journey. There's a note at the bottom of the map that said you'll know you're getting close when you see sparse pine trees. And then there's about an hour in where you start to get into this where there's field patches and there's patches of pine trees, but there's field patches and you kind of continue following until you look and you kind of can see through a patch of trees. You can see carved wood, like a wood plank. It's kind of sticking in the air, and you kind of take a second. I'll have all of y'all roll perception checks.
Go first.
Oh, thanks.
My first roll. A natural 1.
16.
9.
19.
Too busy thinking about how amazing that old man was.
This. It's only gonna get old tomorrow after 6 hours.
Yeah, wait till he casts dancing lights 30 more times.
That's pretty low numbers.
You don't roll.
I
with
cast
advantage for this
dancing.
one, I don't think.
What'd you say?
I don't think you roll with advantage for this one.
Yeah, I know. It was
Oh,
not
it's
harder. That 16.
16. So you, Pierce, and Nathaniel, all of y'all can kind of take a second as you see Hembrig kind of stop, and you look and you can kind of see that there is definitely some form of rubble on the other side of this tree line. How would y'all like to approach?
Let me go first, guys. Let me
Okay.
sort of sneak over there and check it out. So I hand
We're at the location.
the map here, and then I would like to go stealth and
Roll a stealth check.
approach.
Grab 100%.
Have fun.
Let me find all the most valuable things.
Classic rogue things. Not doing too well today, huh?
No, I'm not. No, I am not.
Hot damn.
6 plus 4 is 10.
10? So no real negatives. It's not anything special. No real negatives. But you kind of get up a little bit closer, and it's just kind of like awkward with them in like a patch of tall grass, kind of just staring at you, and you don't really feel like you're hidden, and then it kind of just distracts from your actual hiding from what's in front of you. But as you kind of go forward, you kind of just creep forward ever a little bit, and the first thing that hits you is you see snow and ice. Which is a little bit weird because it's cold. Still a little bit warm for snow and ice. Kind of take a look. You can see you see a patch you're stepping on. It definitely is melting. It's from something. There was no storm, or there was no snow in the storm last night. But you kind of like go your way through the trees, and you can see in front of this like 50-foot circular, just patch of just an amalgamation of stuff. You see carriages that are flipped over. You see whole fallen trees. You see boxes. You see crates. You see items scattered about everywhere. You look, you can see large creature skeletons. Like you can see a mammoth skull. You can see different bones, some of them still red. You can see all these different. It looks simultaneously like a wolf nest and a hoarder's closet, but everything is broken. But you can look and see, and you can definitely tell from, and with your experience with wolves, and you know for a fact that fanghounds are kind of a hoarder kind of creature. This looks like a hound's nest.
Okay. Can I check and see if there's any other, like...
Keeping your past perception checks, you do not see any other wolves, but what you do see is, you see like a couple of the trees that have fallen. You can immediately tell they were fallen like in the past, whether weeks or whatnot. The wood is discolored enough, but you can notice that there is kind of a path. Like on the far side, there are like 3 trees that are freshly broken down, and there's this path of just disturbed earth and rubble that kind of curves through the middle of it, and then continues into the tree line with more broken trees and everything like that, like a trail. You would have to get closer to identify what kind of trail, though. But you do not see any other creatures, except for a couple vultures and some ravens that are kind of pecking at the bones with some stuff on it.
I go back up, and I'm like, for good. For them.
You need to approach.
Head down.
As you approach, you see a bunch of crows just begin to like fly.
A murder
is now flies away, and you all kind of get a scene of this just. It's an amalgamation of different stuff and bones and carcasses. There could be some stuff valuable in here, but you're gonna have to look and dig for it. And now all of you see this large trail that is kind of in the middle. For those of you who want to, I'll have y'all roll a nature check.
I'll do that.
Yeah, man, nature.
Even though I'm not proficient in it.
15.
12.
18.
So,
Because it's intelligence. I was like, dang.
Well, and I have a +2 to everything, so.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, bitch.
So you kind of catch on to this, that it's just some form of large creature. You aren't exactly as sure what, but now you remember that the news was something had pushed its way into Aphidern and was pushing the wolves out. Which is in and of itself is slightly a bit concerning, given the fact that you now know how strong all the wolves were. But you kind of look at it and you can kind of tell that this pattern of like weird blotched snow and like some ice structures is following the trail. And you can narrow it down to a couple creatures that could cause that. Maybe anything ranging from a what do they call it? A basilisk, maybe. Maybe rarely like a walking dragon, but you wouldn't really expect to see that much. You would expect to see more upper branch damage. Maybe a frost salamander, which are large creatures. Maybe one of those. But you know also that most of those are territorial, so it could still be in the area. But you don't.
I want to.
I cast dancing lights, right? And I then channel my inner detective. I figured it out. It's so if, as you can tell by the branches and the snow, it's a lizard.
Is that right?
Who's looting and looking through all the rubbish?
Yeah.
Want to do? Everyone who
All
wants
of
to
us.
roll an investigation check.
I will look as well.
Oh. Gosh.
13.
13? Okay.
4.
12.
Oh.
18.
7.
So you find the valuable, most of the valuable stuff, but there is a lot of stuff here.
Split 20%.
I didn't understand that part. No, I'm sorry.
I don't speak broke. I only speak Spanish.
Here's what you do.
You have no peso.
The first thing that hits your mind, the first thing that hits your vision is you understand why the captain was going to come here. Lots of it is lumber. There's lots of skins. There's lots of leathers. There's lots of different building materials. But that's not why we're here. You find to start 2 very nice fur winter coats. Or excuse me, 4 very nice fur winter coats, like heavy winter coats that can be worn over armor. 2 are of wolf skin, 1 is of bear skin, and then 1 is of elk skin. And these are found on one of the carriages that is tipped over. And you kind of look in the carriage. This carriage is mostly, like, the inside was mostly kept intact, and you like kind of rip off the top of it, and it was a armor transport. You see suits of armor in there, but not like just like knight suits of armor. You see, you kind of just start pulling out. There's a bunch of suits of armor. You kind of pull them out and sort them. These are specialty armors, which are just. They're the normal armors, but they're flavored. There are 3 sets of splint armor. Each one is themed around a different animal. There is an elk splint armor, a raven themed splint armor, and a bear splint armor. Splint armor is heavy armor, goes up to, I think, 17 is the AC. There is some breastplate in the themes of wolf, elk, and oak tree. And breastplate is medium armor, and that one gives disadvantage on stealth checks, but is like 14 plus dex. And then there are 3 sets of studded leather armor: a wolf, a raven, and a hawk. So there are those 3, and then studded leather is just full blown light armor.
Yeah. What's the bonus for the studded leather again?
12 plus dex.
12 plus dex.
Got it.
And then you find 2 potions, 1 of greater healing and 1 of hill giant strength. You find 2,100 gold pieces.
Oh my goodness.
And 2 50 GP emeralds. And I can't remember your character's name, Matthew, because I have young Alzheimer's.
Rust.
Yes, Rust. So Rust, you're kind of going through, and as you're kind of going through these armor sets, you find another box, and this one is a very thick oak box, and you look at it, it's very nice. It hasn't got much water damage. It's water sealed, and it's got these huge, thick rope handles on the side. In and of itself is about that long. You try and pick it up, and it is heavy. It's heavy, maybe about 2. Well, no, it would be about maybe 100 pounds.
Is it locked?
There seems to be kind of a lock. Yeah, there's a lock on it. You kind of, and you take it and you chop it off. You don't chop through the lock, but you chop through the wood. Even though it's nice wood, it's a heavy axe. And kind of lift it up. And there are 2 rows. There is a 2 high rows equaling or amounting to 10 bars of metal. I'll have you go ahead and roll a smithing or intelligence check.
Smithing, please.
If I heard that, can I also?
Oh wait,
try to
what
see
is the
metals
modifier
are?
for smithing?
Yeah.
Just if put it on an intelligence plus proficiency if you're proficient with smithing tools, just for a knowledge-based smithing check.
Okay. 10.
10.
Can I also try if I heard him cut open the box?
Are you trying to be stealthy? Well, not with
No, with the box, yeah.
But hopefully, you kind of see it. Go ahead and make it as well.
Worse than that, so no.
You kind of look at that. That's not steel or iron. It's kind of a. It looks almost like a paler version of steel, or like a speckled version of steel.
I take a knife and I drag it along the ingot. My knife dull?
There's a definite dent and scratch where it was.
Where the knife?
Where on your knife.
Oh, on the knife. And that didn't dull?
No.
Cool. This is better than whatever I have right now.
You take that?
Now it's. You said it's 100 pounds.
Roughly, but it's carryable because of its container. I mean, the lock doesn't work anymore, but you can also spread it more evenly among your packs because you can take out the bars. It was the bars giving the weight, and you pick up the bars. They're lighter than you think. It's only because there were 10 of the bars that it weighed 100 pounds, but it actually feels lighter.
You distribute 10 evenly.
And then Draco, you're looking, and you see one thing. You see one thing that gets you. You look over and you can kind of see. You see two bodies, or you see two suits of armor. You immediately recognize them. The black dyed leather with the kind of the scalish pattern with of the armor pieces with white dyed cloth of Kirivostok soldiers. And you kind of look at it and you can see on one of them, there's 3 individuals. 2 of them have armor, but one of them, there's this kind of this like, it would have been a torso. It's decayed now, but it's still in the stages of decay of a torso. And on its back is a leather, kind of like a satchel. And on it are 3 tubes, 3 leather tubes.
I'm gonna go open the leather tubes.
You go and you kind of.
It's magic dust. It's used now.
You grab one and you kind of take it off of him, and it's very well nice and made, and you're like, yeah. And then you look and you kind of look in one of the pockets and you pull out. There's this very stained parchment that is got this writing on it, which reads kind of. And you read Draconic, right?
Yes.
It reads in Draconic. To his liege's best wishes of gift from friends, the finest from the finest Kirivostok cartographers. And you kind of, there are 3 tubes, one bigger one, medium-sized one, and a smaller one. Which one do you open?
Big one.
Big one.
It's magic dust, you die.
Oh my god. It's 3 minutes in a small box.
Nope. That's what gets in minutes.
But
The body opens up and eats you. That's a
I'll
minute.
still never forgive him when I got eaten by a mimic.
you unroll.
They get eaten within peacefully.
Well, they swallow really slowly.
Open wide.
Sorry, living time.
Open wide, baby. And explore your limits.
Ooh.
You see a map in front of you.
Whoa!
Detailed world map in front of you.
Suck on that, Garrick.
Don't need you no more.
Ooh.
And you see it at the kind of the back of the behind. It is kind of the behind the text or behind the map written in Draconic is mainland or is continental. There are 2 more
Interesting.
tubes.
I'll go for the medium tube.
The medium tube, you pull it out and the inside is showing and you see Midland Regional.
Oh yes.
That
Yes. Zoom in. Enhance. Enhance. Enhance.
is this.
Oh yeah. I love the map music. Yes.
It's the map. It's the map. It's the map.
Wait, hold on. I want to read these all by myself and not tell anyone else that I found them.
Oh crap! I'll close.
Oh, you're right.
You did not say you were stealthy, so unfortunately they can see you.
Oh. Okay. guys know about the 2,000 gold I dug up?
It's like in those video games when you pull up something important, it just automatically appears on everyone's screen and you can't stop it.
What is IR and MG? Or do I not?
IRMG.
Yeah. What say up these?
So those.
You know nothing about.
No, you do, especially you. Their initials. Those are giant thrones.
Oh.
They have a map of giant thrones? Jeez.
Ooh.
Which is MG Mogus?
Yes.
Focus.
And the.
I've already captured it.
Yeah. Well, that is the front.
Where are we?
Well,
You.
can I open the smallest map?
You open it, and it looks like it is a key to all of the symbols that are on there. Unfortunately, you open it, and it is filled with rainwater. You do not have the key for the map, but you have all of the symbols.
Oh.
No! Time to go kill some dragons.
Yep.
You know I'm down. Well, let's see. They said we were near Lake Succession and we were near the border.
You are at the bottom side of Lake Succession. You will notice there's a little bit of a grid there. Each grid is 2 days.
So I'm assuming we're somewhere in here.
You touched it for a second.
These are the woods. Yeah, I was like,
Actually, I have one. There you go. This one
got that new touchscreen glass.
This one is the one that is updated with the rivers. Sorry.
I love the whole first half of the session. We were talking about map stacks. Like, damn it, just wait. Calm your tits.
So whenever you want, I can pull up either the world map or the regional map.
Sweet.
So nice having a table.
I know, that's my why I got the glass, baby. Let's go. And with that loot, let me see if there was anything else. Nope. That is y'all kind of take inventory of this. While you're taking inventory, we're gonna take a quick break for food.
Oh,
It is
wait.
2 p.m.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. It's 2 p.m.?
Yeah, man. From the D&D, where time flies quickly.
So, yes, sorry I got off to a little bit of a slow start, but this is the loot drop from your first battle.
This is a quick question.
Yes.
If I have smithing proficiency, can I cannibalize Splint into plate?
8:15 West 8.
It'll take a while, but sure.
That's where we are.
It's
Which, I looked up, splint has metal, by the way. I used to think it was just wood planks,
No.
because it was splint.
No.
I gave you splinters.
No. So I am sorry it's off to a little bit of a slow start, but...
No, this is awesome.
Okay, so I can't... Alright, so
15
that...
seconds
Got it. Then.
while recording. We can go forward in time.
I don't know if that's how that works.
So
Don't worry
where
about it.
are we?
Okay, so from now on, I will be able to... You all are skilled. Y'all are not noobs. Y'all are adventurers. I will actually let y'all know where y'all are. Y'all are at the tip side.
Y'all ain't no noobs.
Wow. Right there. You are at the base of Lake Succession and bordering the Nakamar Woods.
Nice.
And
Does Buckingdale even appear on this map?
No, remember Buckingdale, there are tons and tons of settlements that are too small to appear on this map.
What about these little
Yeah, this is
That's a big ass settlement.
Those are, well, they're
Yeah,
not,
it's really
they're not necessarily maybe big, they are of importance to the Kiri-Vostok Empire, which means they might be war targets. You don't know. This is a map of an enemy's region. It just got intercepted by wolves.
And this is the 2 days travel one, right? This is the scale.
They transition.
The biting
Oh,
They transition.
That's cool.
No.
If not, rabbit tunnel. Rabbit tunnel. Okay.
Through the mountains.
You stand upon. Oh, they're recording.
It's already on.
Oh, sweet.
Order.
You all gather yourselves, and you now have inventory of the Apodern loot drop. You have the world ahead of you, and you now know where you are. It does not help with your memories, but you do know where you are and where you can go.
You four can keep the coats, by the way.
I'll take one.
Oh, I want to ask. The breastplates and the armor,
How do they feel?
How big are the
Oh,
breasts?
sorry.
Do they, if you're already wearing armor, do they stack or does it replace your armor?
It replaces your armor. You can only wear one set of armor.
That's a mustache there, Zach.
Can you imagine you just put on like 7 sets of mail?
No, I didn't know if a breastplate was the same thing as a suit of.
Yeah, so breastplate is a form of armor.
Because in real life, like you can wear chainmail and then put armor on top of it.
Yeah. So chainmail is a heavy armor.
Yeah.
The idea being like if you're wearing breastplate, that's all you're wearing. It's just a single like piece of breastplate and then maybe like some leather things around your arms. So that way you're not really weighed down by anything. At least I don't think so. But
Does anyone want the Raven light armor?
Raven studded leather?
Raven studded leather. Does anyone want that?
You can have it.
Do it. Okay.
No, I already have chainmail armor, so I think I'm just tapped out.
Can bards wear armor?
Well, you have
Light
chainmail.
armor.
Splint is better than chainmail
light armor bards can wear.
as
light
quality.
armor,
If I remember correctly, chainmail is 14, 15? Splint is 17.
Yeah, splint is better than what you've got.
Splint is
17.
better than what you the armor you're currently wearing.
What type of bear skin is it?
Wait.
Is it like human
Brown bear.
bears? Oh, it's a bear. Oh, never mind.
Is Splint like?
You don't want split.
No.
You still need light armor so you don't have disadvantage on stealth.
The studded leather is the only one out of these bunch you do not give. You have pretty much breastplate, and then you have half plate. And the difference
But not
between
the
breastplate
bears.
and half plate is a disadvantage on stealth checks.
I saw a bearskin rug. Oh my god.
Go ahead.
Which of the armor is a splint?
There is a elk, a raven, and a bear themed splint armor set. And splint in of itself is thicker, thicker leather workings attached to like sometimes scaled metal plates, but also just like it's kind of like. Instead of like a knight's armor where it's all metal, it's like crucial pieces of the knight's armor that are metal, but the rest of it is like leather.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
And you were looking at the Raven set armor?
Yeah, the
That's the
Raven.
light armor.
The light armor.
The light armor.
Not the
raven.
splint.
There's medium.
There's like 3 different sets of armors.
But okay.
And all of them have different.
There's
3
9
themes.
sets of armor total.
Yes.
3 light, 3 heavy, 3 medium.
Yes.
There are.
Are the themings of the heavy the same as the themings of the light?
No.
No.
Oh.
Because the heavy, there's elk, raven, and bear. For the light, there is wolf, raven, and hawk. For the breastplate, there is wolf, elk, and oak tree.
To the what is
The speed and tenacity of an oak tree.
of
I think what I usually like to talk about.
I think the Raven
It's kind of the style. I mean, you can flavor it any way you want into your brain. Like I'm not gonna.
If you want one ticket, I'm Lego
It's like that is the
disassembling the other
theme of the
2.
armor set. Like
I just didn't know
Okay.
if they were like
Well, I was
the fur coat on one of them might be like a bear
Where's this
skin,
gonna
like
be probably
around the
around,
neck, but for like a raven, it might just be raven feathers instead or something.
okay, yeah. I was just
What does the
wondering, like,
bear?
Give me 1 second.
have?
A bear.
The minutia of the detailing I leave to your mental theater. So it's kind of like it is a theme that you can like kind of pick how it is. If you want, I can describe it for you, but there's so many options.
I just didn't want to take. I didn't want him to have. Would both pick Raven sets of armor, and he is the light Raven. I have the heavy Raven.
Why?
Although we could maybe matching. Yeah, who wore it better? I guess.
No. It's complementary. It's not flashing. It's complementary.
Just like
you guys look like 2 twins.
Just like Cheetos.
So studded leather armor is 14 plus your dex. So your AC is now 14. What is your dex?
Studded leather is 14 plus dex.
oh yeah,
That is
So you
overrated
my
because
armor will give me.
I don't know.
That'll take the AC.
Let me double check, but I'm fairly certain.
because earlier you said 12 plus dex.
No, that's
It'll give you +1 AC. Whatever you're wearing right now.
That was the breast.
Leather. We're wearing leather armor.
yeah.
instead of armor.
Well, okay.
Armor,
So
it's one
armor. Okay.
Which one do you want?
So splint is default 17. You have disadvantage on stealth checks. Studded
Yeah,
leather
that's
is 12 plus your dex modifier. It's not 14. I was thinking of the lighter. So it's 12 plus your dex. So if your dex is 3, you have a new AC of 15.
Okay.
And then heavy armors just have... Yeah, you're currently running a 16 AC Pierce. If you upgraded to Splint, it would be a 17.
He's going to take one of the light
You have a
armors.
shield.
Which one?
Oh, okay.
There's
I assume.
Wolf.
Otherwise,
it
it wouldn't be.
There is Wolf and Hawk now.
So it has to be a
because
shield.
Raven is
Yes,
taken.
shield. So yeah, yours would be 19 now.
2
if
claw,
you took
because you're small.
Okay.
It'll make way more sense when someone casts fly on you.
I'll take the bear splint armor.
Bear Splint armor, okay.
Wolf probably makes more sense.
Okay, take it. Okay, so you take
Wolf studded leather, Wolf Raven, Bear Splint. I don't know if you take any.
No, I already have studded leather, so.
One will just stick with the boring looking one.
where'd that go?
You don't look like any
Are
kind
you
of
taking
animal.
any, Matthew?
Nope.
Yes, if I could find the note card that I had right around here. In the meantime, there's still 2 things of splint left, right?
There is the elk and the raven.
Okay, you're good, fam. I imagine it's probably not there. I'll get it in a second.
That's a nice view there, Ben.
So what?
Oh, I got a nice view.
Oh, yeah?
Zach was salivating remembering about the Cheez-Its.
It's fine, though.
Yeah, I lost the paper to it. But
Dude,
couch is
Oreos.
eating them.
But they're not Oreos?
I will
Plant-based
sit down
Why would
And-
you do that to Oreo?
real quick. Could you narrate one more time what we got? Because the couch ate my note card.
Well, it depends. Are y'all taking all of the armor sets to like sell? or-
I'm going to sit down
Well,
and
hold on.
start disassembling the 2 heavy
I
armors.
had a thought, Matthew, though.
What you got?
If we take everything, all the armor, all the gold, all the
There it
whatever,
is.
aren't we like freaking over the guys that are gonna come later? And
So what you're
Yes.
saying, we should pack all the lumber together, and now I should cast fireball on it.
no, I'm saying
They want
Burn up the steak.
if we disassemble the armor.
These are specialty armor. There are other armors around.
I
These are just
literally
like
just need the splint one.
These are the ones worth mentioning.
All right, so I'm gonna.
No,
Plus, most
I
of the
love the
people-
sentiment. I was just thought I was like, wait, are we like screwing over all the people in?
Yeah.
Probably most of the
If we
people
are,
also aren't
that's okay.
used to heavy armor like that.
So I'm gonna throw my hands. I take it they're not all around me, but I'm the ones that found the
Well, at
more
this point,
delicate valuables.
Yeah, they've been distributed. Stuff is being distributed.
Oh, stuff is being distributed. So I'm gonna take the 2,100 gold piece sack that, or wherever it was that found, and I'm gonna go. Vamos! And I'm gonna throw it about 10 feet in front of me, along with the 2 emeralds, and
We'll have a hobo fight over it.
I'm gonna take. And I'm gonna keep the bars for now. And while they start distributing, I'm gonna start cannibalizing and getting all the metal from the
I'm gonna
split.
start eating them.
Yeah, I'm gonna get all the split metal.
For right now, do y'all want to just keep a group inventory instead of individual in regards to like items? Maybe not necessarily.
I think that's easier.
Did I
so
see
don't care.
him?
Yeah.
None of this has been done stealthy. All of y'all are aware of the stuff. That's
No, I guess it's more like I feel like we're not like necessarily solidified as a
No,
team.
you can have and say, "Oh, I have this," or "You have this," but keep it all in one place.
Sure. But if you have
Just
But anyway.
I'm just checking.
I mean, the only things that we've currently kept are the armor and the gold, so there's not really a need for it.
Yeah, other than
Except
that,
for the
there's,
gold
we have
being in
4
one spot.
there's emeralds and there's
Yeah.
2 potions, so
I've got
which I've chucked into the center. So
The gold and the emeralds can just go in a group thing. I don't really care, or we can split them
Do we
up.
want to put the potions in a group thing, or do we have to?
I think
It was a hill giant
Giant
strength.
strength.
and greater healing.
But don't you already have
okay.
Hill Giant Strength?
I mean, I think he has hill giant strength.
I do actually have hill
I
giant.
have ogre strength.
because he's a hill giant.
Yep.
Well, he's the hill giant, not the
No.
ogre. I just have hill giant strength.
Oh, you're an orc.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Orc and ogre are
Um,
vastly different things, my guy.
Listen, I can use that word. You can't.
Technically, an ogre.
The hard R, yeah, my
physically
ogre.
strong.
okay. What do y'all what are y'all doing? Y'all have the loot in front of you. What
Come
would
through
y'all
that
like to do?
ogre, or are you gonna?
Do I need to roll any sort of check for the armor?
Go ahead and roll smithing check, which I'll say can be your dexterity or intelligence.
And are we splitting up the gold or just throwing it in one group thing?
We're throwing it in a group, but if you divided it, we would.
Oh, okay. 19.
19. I'll say you can get the parts and you can store it fairly easily.
Gotcha. Sling that over my back. I got everything I need.
That's what you all. That's what everybody says.
I'll take whichever
Grace is
items
taking
need
it.
5 minutes to pick up. I'll take it to sell.
Okay, then you will take. Well, there's only one left, and that is the
You already have that.
hawk armor set. Because Blaine took the wolf and you took the raven. So Blaine, or here, so you took the bear. You're not taking any. You're not or you took the 2 heavies and disassembled. Blaine got Blaine. Cool.
Yeah.
You take this moment.
And then there's the 4 coats that you guys.
Yes, we have 4
The 4 coats. Yeah, you can keep the 4 coats just on your pack. They are very nice coats, and they will help for when the weather gets.
I guess we go to
Tower. Donde estuve.
How do you?
Where are we going?
To the
cheese inside of each other's ass.
Tower.
I'll take the map, I guess, and lead us there.
Hold on now.
All the weapons get pulled. Whoa!
I cast fireball.
On the map.
So if y'all are going to the tower, with the instructions he gave y'all, I will have you roll a survival check with advantage.
Okay. I'm trying to decide.
Do we want to let anyone else roll a survival check?
No, me. I'm gonna do it.
What do you mean? He has
He's
to
a
laugh?
You're plus 5 and we're jack shit when you roll 3.
It's okay. He has advantage, and he's a scout. He's a scout rogue. He's good at these kinds of stuff. He's a scout.
18.
He's a
18.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a what?
It takes it doesn't actually take long. You now know where you are. You have pinpoints. It seems to be working very well. You begin navigating towards the lake, and it's easy eventually to get to the lake's edge. And it is a very beautiful day. But at this point, it is starting to get, I'll say, it's about 2 in the afternoon, given the travel time with the detour. And you kind of just begin to make your way, kind of traveling.
Can I try and craft a fishing rod?
Not while you're traveling, but if you want to stop, you can.
Just along the way, just whittle that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're next to a lake, right?
You can, but if you stop, I'll say.
Can I myself stop and then like?
You are now
one leading
The one leading us.
Well, they know where to go.
Right now. All right, Park. Now, while I make a fishing rod,
Following stops.
you go about. I'll say you can go about 3 hours. It's about 5. The days are getting shorter, so the sun is starting to show a sense of going down, which means y'all are going to want to start looking for shelter.
What?
Shelter in the
Shelter?
tower.
Is there a snowstorm coming?
No, but you know that shelter is just generally a good thing to have when wandering in the wild because of the things that can either stumble upon you, find you. Lots of things come out at night. There are lots of things that just wander around. There are bandits and with a lot of people or with a lot of natives. If a looting Yotun tribe finds you, they won't wake you up, and other assorted creatures. There's a lot of dangerous things that make it more necessary to find shelter. If you don't, there's more.
How far away are we from Owl's Tower?
I will say, right now, sun setting, I'll say you clock it, you can see the mountain about maybe 2 hours. You can keep pushing, you'll get there right as dusk falls, but
That's
keep
just.
pushing you want.
I'd say we just keep going.
Yeah.
That's my vote. Yeah. Screw the fishing rod.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Cool. So you continue to journey, following along these steps of the lake. There's no current fog, even though you look out into the lake and you can't see a shore. It is massive, massive in size. You continue forward for about 2 hours. You start to make your way up around this. Yes, it's not. It's like one of the mountains you see driving to Oklahoma. It's not a large scaling mountain, but it would take a couple hours to, or it'd take an hour to scale. Kind of make your way around it and begin starting to make your way up the actual hill. And at this point, I'll have whoever wants to helmet a perception check for this journey. By the way.
Here, I got you. I'm go see him. You can go if you want.
No, go ahead, man.
Dude, gotta make use of that high wisdom. No one else here has it.
I'm plus 7 too.
That's persuasion. No. You should let me do this check.
Now yours would be a +4, so
Oh, well.
You didn't take proficiency. 19.
19. Okay, as you are going, you kind of just take the moment as you're kind of walking and spin a little bit, but you can see through the trees. You look and you can see about maybe 200 feet ahead of you this large in width, not really in necessary height, but you can see kind of this, like the mountain would have a sheer face, and like leading up to it is a more flat line, and you kind of see the trees begin to break, and the tower kind of stands. It's it's a wide tower made of like rough stone bricks, and with a 19 you can see it kind of angles up and gets thinner towards the top, but at the top you see this this figurine of an owl that has its wings spread, and the spread wings are like the highest floor of the tower. You can see archery ports kind of going along the center, and you can see there's just kind of like some bases of trees around them. Sun is starting to set. You see the tower. It's about 200 feet away. Are y'all doing anything as you approach, or are you just going straight in?
I'd like to make it efficient.
Is this tower supposed to be abandoned? Or
No. Well,
Yeah.
we know that whoever came through Buckingdale was going here, so there's probably someone here now. Before now, maybe abandoned. I don't remember.
does it look like there's anyone there?
You'd have to get closer to find out.
I'll get closer, guys. I'll make a
Sacrifice for the team.
I'll go stealth. I would like to approach the tower
I'm gonna go stealth.
with my bow.
Go ahead.
In your fishing rod?
Oh, I'm glad you didn't leave your bow behind.
But his bow's drawn. His arrow's been prepared.
And my axe.
How close are you getting, Brandon?
Like 100 feet.
100 feet?
Yeah.
You can't see very much from 100 feet. If you wanted to like really see stuff, you'd have to get closer.
I would like to get as close as I can to see something.
Okay.
I rolled a 25.
25 on stealth. Okay.
I don't know.
Yep. So you kind of just take the moment. Dusk is beginning to fall, and you kind of creep your way forward, looking at this tower. Immediately strikes you. This is very fine craftsman, not usually found in Midland. Usually stone is a lot more rough carved. Kind of make your way, get close. And y'all, how far back are y'all?
You said 200 feet.
Yeah.
Well, he is now
With my
getting
bow.
within like 50. So
Okay,
he's
no,
advancing.
we're
So I
like-
don't know if y'all-
I
I
will
would get like 120.
You didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't. We're staying back wherever.
Okay.
however
So y'all
far we
are
were, yeah.
saying this.
We're waiting for him to die.
You
or-
kind of get you get kind of closer up to it, and you can see like the trees blowing. You see some like fallen stone to the side of it. Something you do see is in the ground below you, kind of the path leading up to it seems to be very well tread, as if there's groove marks. There was some kind of activity recently.
Do I see like any light? Kind of.
But roll a perception check.
What'd you get on your stealth roll?
25.
Okay, yeah, you're chilling.
I run screaming with no pants. There, 10.
Hey, no pants,
10?
no service.
Get up, you don't see like any individuals.
You can have a shirt off, you can have shirts
You
on.
don't
but
hear
you gotta keep your pants on.
anybody. You should take that for a good or for a negative. You don't hear any voices. You don't hear much movement. You don't hear much going on right there. But you can get closer if you want and take a look. Like at this point, I would say you're 50 feet. If you want to get to like 20 feet, you can see the doorway, which is like there's no actual door. It's just like an archway. You can see into it if you want to even go and look inside of it, or.
Is there like a window close by that I can maybe?
There's a ton of archery ports, but you can't really look inside an archery port because they're about that wide and about like that tall.
That's how big Brandon is.
So,
In the game.
Are there any that I can just like walk up to?
Stop making
probably the front gate or the front entrance, but you don't have to peek in. I'll say you can get closer and see if you can hear anything else in there as well.
Okay. So just
You will keep your same roll. So you kind of go up quietly. It's that moment where you realize your friends are 200 feet back, and you get close and you do hear something.
And it all goes dark.
so you're like breathing.
You hear like two, maybe 3 sets of breathing. Seems to be incarnate. It seems to be
Boss battle starts.
Oh, you just hear Dark Souls.
Probably sleeping.
Health
You
bar
can't-
appears on your screen.
The sleeping
You
menace.
can take a look inside if you want, but it's
But remember the boss music.
It's fine. There's a bonfire just past the door.
It's a shrine.
Yes. I will peek inside. I will peek inside. I'm not gonna.
yeah.
Wait, is
One last stealth check.
Is
For
he-
peeking inside? I'll say one last. stealth check.
is he on?
The doorstep.
can do this.
So it's the tower.
Round.
Okay.
There's an
So he's not inside the walls.
No.
What's the stealth?
21.
One. Very quiet. Kind of put your hand on your finger along the wall so you kind of take in it, and you can see 3. You can see kind of.
Plus your roll.
You can see 3 masses in there, kind of just laying on the ground. 2 of them are kind of laying on the ground. One is kind of like hunched over. It's this palish green skin, which is immediately off-putting because you look and it's like, are there holes in it? It looks like there's like holes in the flesh, but the flesh is alive. It's not like old and rotted like an undead creature. It's just like this whole like carven creature, hulking with this like greasy black hair that like spews off the head you can't see, kind of. And you see 2 more of them kind of just hunched over in the corner. Big figures, maybe about 7 feet if they stood up, but they currently asleep. At least 2 of them are. You can't tell what the third one is doing. That's kind of just like his back is facing you, but he's kind of just.
Okay. Yeah. I am going to sneak back to my pals.
You sneak back. We'll just keep your stealth check up.
How's it going, acquaintance?
And I inform them of my findings. Do I know?
Roll a nature check.
After he tells us, can we also try?
Yes. Anyone who would like to go ahead and make a nature check.
Wait, to do what? What are we doing?
29? I won't
If
roll.
you want to think about what type of monster.
No, 20, not natural.
That body.
Oh,
looked
I heard
like a body of
29.
a troll.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
You.
It's the most important stat in
That's,
the game.
you don't remember
so I expect
the
it.
like the
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
visible wounds and everything.
9.
Like it was on all of them. It just gave off like a sickly aura, but it definitely was a troll figure. Which trolls are?
Yes.
Those are not to be
That's why
trifled
you
with.
miss.
They're not the most dangerous, but if there's 3 of them, that's a problem. But it's not.
Was there trolls?
It's a troll frame.
That means inside of the frame, there's like a gerbil piloting it. Gerbils? Gerbils. We
We got 3 trolls in the tower. So 2 of them are sleeping, the other one's doing something. But it's like, well, they seem wounded, but there are 3 of them. Looks like they kicked the asses of the wolves that almost kicked our asses.
Would 3 trolls be like reasonable for a group of our size?
Oh no, that's nope. Don't ask
You
that
fought
question.
you fought trolls before. You're a little bit disconcerted by the fact. I mean, trolls are not the most uncommon monster. 3 of them can be a problem, but you don't. What did you roll in the intelligence check for?
9.
Nice.
Yeah, you don't remember hearing about them with like the visible wounds could mean they're wounded, so they could already be weakened, maybe by what came through.
We can give him a reason to wake up.
What if we did do that?
I don't think we want to
led them
destroy the tower.
away
Thank you.
From the tower.
Could just give him a nice bonk on the head.
That'll cook.
And I sling my shield over my shoulder, bring it over to my left arm, and I saunter to the front of the gate.
Not stealthy.
Nope.
Okay, so you kind of
What?
you see him take his shield and start walking.
I just say we give him a reason to wake up.
You get about 15. You get you can walk out into this little area beforehand. Are y'all following?
Yeah.
Okay. Stealthily?
Or I'm following stealthily.
Nope.
You keep your
No
normal
stealth.
No stealth?
No.
Or I am the greatest wizard.
So you kind of are walking up, and do you just walk all the way up to the front, or
Are you not?
there's a tower. It's like a little area.
I'm going
Actually, you know
to
what? I got you.
I'm approaching the front door.
I got you. Hold on a second.
In the most I'm selling something way possible.
Okay. So,
Oh, yes.
so we're gonna try this out. I made this at break, so we're gonna see if it works. Where's the figurines?
Shit.
Oh dear. Mine's a little bit big.
Do you know where the oh, can you all find your figures?
Yeah, Pierce, can you hand me mine? It's to your right.
Right there.
That's the rum.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The hell is that?
This is Carpal Tunnel.
With the dash from Toyota.
Yep, with the dash of Toyota.
That is the worst.
Has a speedometer.
Carpal tunnel.
Sorry, loading time.
New challenger approaches. Carpal Tunnel.
Loading time. Damn.
Damn.
Wow.
Really, what the fuck?
Did you see it? It's like a hand.
It's Carpal Tunnel.
It's carpal tunnel, dude. I don't know what to tell you. There it is.
I've said multiple times, and you keep asking.
I know, I keep asking.
Okay,
I keep not
so
understanding.
you saunter up to the front with your shield in hand, ready, and you walk to the front gate, and you see the three figures who, 2 of them are kind of on their backs and kind of with their head turned, and like they're all 3 heads just immediately turn to you, like they're awake because they heard the jingling of 10 bars of metal as it approached.
Am I ready in action?
So there's this moment where you look at it and you're like, ooh, because like it's a troll's face, but like there's parts of the cheek missing. That's like a tissue showing. It doesn't look like an undead because it looks alive. And there's this moment of just, and there's this. And just this lunge forward as the one that was on his back jumps up and lunges for you.
Well, the negotiations were short.
I'm gonna have you roll initiative.
Oh, yay!
I didn't have time to ready in action.
No.
Hey. Let's go.
D&D battle.
Can I
There
roll
it is.
initiative?
Okay.
Mind do so?
All right. So. Boom.
There we go.
Boom. This one's not any different. I just ran out of figures.
21.
21. Okay. Let's go 20 to 25. Playing at 21. 21.
15 to 20.
15 to 20.
16.
Oh. What are you at? 15 to 10.
14.
16. Okay, so Brandon and Matthew are the same one. Cool.
The same person. Oh my goodness, that's a big.
It's not different. It's not different. I just ran out of figures.
I mean, there's 2 big guys and 1 small guy.
Pierce, what did you get?
2.
Okay.
It's a blue flame kind of moment.
Do you know how many times you can use
You're hidden.
guided strike? Is it just once per long rest?
Right now, because you only have one channel divinity. Guided strike is a channel divinity.
Yeah.
work.
Do I only have one?
Yes.
I think you get one at you get a second at 6 or something like that. Okay, so the boys.
Channel divinity for power.
Boys are back in town. Wow, the boys rolled terrible.
That's good. They all roll natural ones and they have -5. So we're gonna all go.
All right, but I will say the one does get an attack on you as it was lunging forward. What?
Lame.
All right, so one attack against you. We'll say it is a.
Are we supposed to place our characters?
Yes. I know where Matthew is.
Let me be all nice in front.
Well, yeah.
Well, Matthew, go place yourself up.
That is a 23.
Where are you gonna
to
be,
hit
Matthew? Choose. It's really difficult when we're all based around you.
All right. What?
That's a
23 to hit.
large
That's gonna
distance to
hit.
lunge.
Yeah,
That's
wait.
impossible to lunge.
Wait,
Well, hold on. Matthew is
Are we
he's at the door.
Are we inside?
Oh, wait, never mind.
So this is the door. You said you went up to the door,
So the
right?
tower is smaller.
I didn't think I got all the way to the door.
I thought you said you walk up to the
Yeah,
door.
no, I just didn't know we were all getting there.
Yeah, no, he was walking up to the door. Lunge
I
out.
totally would have done that.
I'll say you could have prepared an action if you were preparing the dodge action. Or
Yeah, dodge, yes, but
All right,
nothing
so
else.
disadvantage against you. It's still a non-natural 20.
That is going to hit.
Okay, so
Please, would he see that?
okay, so you're gonna take.
So we have the highest AC in the party.
I would, but if only had as high as AC as this weird guy named Vindier. You'd never get hit.
Never.
Damn it!
He's never gets hit.
He has never
lost a single point.
I listened to the recording. Remembering flashback to that time you got hit by the cannon.
I think I can't.
So you take Matthew. You take 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As it kind of, you put your shield up, its claws kind of wrap around your shield, and the helm kind of comes up and bites.
It's claws.
Yes. And you also take a 9 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, cool.
As it kind of gets in it, there's this sickly aura. This is like it's some form of sickness is affecting these trolls, and it's emanating from the trolls around it.
Okay, so they hit really hard. Nice.
Yeah. So that is going to be its turn. Brings us to the top of the initiative order. Monsieur Blaine,
I use Crown of Madness on the first guy.
the one that's attacking Matthew.
Yeah.
Which kind of save is that?
Wisdom. How do I calculate what wisdom save is?
It's the same thing as your normal space. It's DC.
They all show the same one.
Okay, 6.
It's 15. He now has to attack a creature of my choosing on his turn.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
It's math.
Yep.
It's always
So he's gonna.
So as you hit it, you watch as you hear the goblinoid voice speak something in some kind of language, and you watch as almost like the flames of a fireball, they kind of just, you see like little flame tendrils go into his pupils for a second, like a flash, and they like this tuskus mouth that just is now looking a little bit more frantic. Okay, are you gonna move or anything with your turn?
No, but I am gonna cast Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, yay!
For Matthew.
And then seeing this, you remember his wonderful fireball, which is like, okay, remember you've got a fire. Which
Remember, Sorok, the greatest
wizard is behind you.
Move forward.
All of y'all roll an intelligence. Well, actually, no. I'd say Brandon, and Pierce.
Yes.
Y'all two roll intelligence checks, and you go ahead as well.
Me?
No.
11.
11.
13.
15.
15. Okay, you two do remember that there is a weakness to trolls, and that is trolls do not like fire. So, you do not remember this. Just for the record, you two do not. But so that is going to bring it to Blaine's turn. Nathaniel.
Well.
Oh, God!
No!
It's back.
For a split second, I'm in darkness.
We're entering the void.
All right, we're gonna.
We all had banishment and came back 10 years later.
Okay, Nathaniel, which character are you?
I'm Carpal Tunnel. How could you not remember me?
1, 2. Okay, cool. You're fine.
The first bad guy won.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and bonus action Giant Might. I'm now a large creature.
Whoosh! Now you're now big.
And we're gonna do an attack on the white one because racism. Longbow.
Okay.
If I need to move, I would. I just
No, I'll say you can.
From over here, I can't tell if I could hit them.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. That's gonna be a 27 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. That's gonna be 15 points of damage.
Okay. So 15. Okay. Yeah, sorry. These trolls were stupider.
Never gone
For negotiation.
It's okay. Second attack. Same person. This one's gonna be 21 to hit.
Same.
9 points of damage.
Okay. So that's cool. So you summon the giant mind. You take a long bow. 2 arrows fly through the gateway and slam into the side. The arrow sinks like it doesn't necessarily look as much as though it was hurt more than normal, but the arrow sinks deeper than it should have, almost as if the flesh is just clinging onto the bones. Kind of gets ready. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. So, that would bring it to Brandon and Matthew. Which I'm gonna say Brandon go first because you have the higher dex.
Yeah, you got higher decks. Go
It's
for
your
it.
turn. You are hidden from them because you did stealth.
Okay. Can I get further behind this rock?
Further.
Sure, if you want, you can move yourself. Each square is 5 feet.
Hide.
I want to go right there.
Okay.
And I want to try and start. How much of my movement? I have 25.
So now you have 4 squares.
Oh,
4 squares of movement.
I want to try and start a fire to light my arrows on fire so I can shoot them.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I don't know.
So, well, I'll tell you what.
With your efficient, I'll say it's not like some of the sticks, but I'll say you can try and start a small fire on that fallen log that is next to you if you want to try that. Because I'll say that's the fuel that you could use.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I will have you make a survival check.
Yeah.
This is going to be a really high DC to like do it in one. Because that is a 6-second fire.
In one.
Ooh, 17.
17? Okay, you're on your way. You didn't make the, you get it in one turn. But I'll say you've got like the stuff set up and you're getting ready to go and you've done your first fire bed and it's starting to smoke. You're starting to get smoke, but you do not have a fully functioning fire just yet.
Okay. Do they see me?
You were still hidden at the current point, so if you want, you haven't done anything to alert them to your presence.
Okay.
So is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Matthew. I'm at the threshold, right?
You start your turn next to one. So you take, unfortunately.
The one he's next to, I have control over.
Yes, but there is an aura.
Oh.
So, oh no, it is at the end of each of its turns, so you are okay. So, but you feel this, like, sickness. This like, blight that is just emanating from these trolls. If you were to stay there long, it might be hurtful.
How big is the room?
Each square is 5 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet across.
Okay then. So I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself. I am now concentrating, and I'm gonna whack that guy twice.
All right, go ahead and whack that.
Yeah, that. You know what?
I got it. Thanks, man.
I will resist wading into the center of them.
Nightmares, dude. It must be the memory loss.
You wade into the center?
No, I'm resisting. that
Okay.
urge.
All right. This is the one against
so
the
that's
Crown
gonna
of
be
Madness.
23.
Yeah, that will
The
hit.
first one.
Does Crown of Madness say anything about if the creature takes damage?
22. No, it doesn't. I check.
Okay, so 2 both hit. Roll
Both hit.
damage.
We're gonna make them normal. This seems like a very normal-ass battle. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, so he takes 21 points
Okay.
of slashing damage.
So that's 1. Okay, cool. Nice.
And then,
Wait, which weapons are you using? Slash or your axes?
yeah, I'm just using the axe.
You just carve into it. You see bits and pieces of them fly off each time. It's like cutting butter. Just.
Alright, time to make a stupid decision, but I really can't afford to stick around. I'm gonna back up.
All right, he's gonna take an attack of opportunity against you. No, you control him, right? What does the spell say?
The spell basically says he controls who the first attack is at each time when you start your turn.
When you start your turn, so this is outside of his
Yeah,
turn,
and-
so
okay.
he will be able to make this,
You-
but it will
you have
cost
it-
him his reaction.
Yeah.
Bite attack, but that's a natural 6. So I'm gonna say with Shield of Faith, 14.
Nope, that's gonna miss.
All right, so this one just tries and bites you again, but
I'm
this
gonna
time
dodge her on the
strikes across
side. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Get around the outside of there. So
Okay.
there's like a nice open.
All right, cool. At the end of your turn, it is now their turn.
Okay.
No one starts there, so they kind of just kind of like jump. They kind of like move in jumps. So the first one, the one that's gonna move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's the one.
Oh no, that's the one. That's the one you're attacking your turn. So,
He's gonna swipe.
So he's gonna slam that one against the wall.
all right. So he's gonna go 1, 2, spite attack against the second one. Well played. Bite attack is gonna hit. So he deals a total of
Short Fred.
1, 4, 8. Oh, hold on a sec. They have. Okay, so cool. So he's gonna take 9 points of damage. Yes, 9 points of damage. So. Okay, so you watch this kind of just a flare in his eyes. He rushes over, he bites the one troll that kind of gets mad at it.
You're like, God damn it, it's a troll.
No. Okay, so with that turn, I'll say it's only the first attack, right?
Yeah, it's only the first
Okay,
one.
so
But it's also
he
its
has
movement, so.
his whole movement, or
No, it doesn't eat anything other than the first
No,
one.
it says his movement.
is it his whole movement? Because he used his movement to get up there, which is. But if he still has movement, he's going to continue to move. Because he used 1, 2, so if he has 4 squares left. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, it doesn't say anything about movement. No.
All right, so he's going to move over here then. He doesn't get in range of you, Matthew. He is not in 5 feet because he only has. But you watch as he kind of rights himself and kind of rushes out. Frick you! The other troll also will take his attack of opportunity against the other troll for biting him. But that will miss because it is a natural 2. So he'll just take a swipe at him and miss. But that will bring it to the other 2.
What about Blanco?
Yes, well, it's now both their turns. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Which square are you in, Nathaniel? You're in 4.
I'm trying to be. He's directly in front of me.
Okay, cool.
Because that's the one I'm trying.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh.
So, against you, Nathaniel, he's gonna open up.
He's about to get clapped.
Nathaniel. First attack is a bite attack against you. Natural 4 for 12.
Misses.
12 misses. So you watch as you kind of just sidestep a little bit out of the way as the bite comes. But when he does that, he takes both his hands and tries and runs them across your chest. All right, that is going to be another natural 4. But that one is going to be a dirty 20.
That one will hit.
So you will take 2d6. Another d6. 8 plus 4, 12. You'll take 12 points of slashing damage plus 4 points of necrotic damage. So you take a total of 14. 14 points as you just block one, but the other one kind of scrapes its claw across you. And then that is going to be the end of that one's turn. And then the other one is going to attack you. It's going to be a bite against you, Savrog, the greatest wizard, for 20...
Thank you.
24.
I'd say that on hits.
All right, you're going to take...
Damn.
Our wizard's gonna go down because he's
14 points of necrotic damage and 7 points of slashing damage.
21 in total.
Okay.
And then that brings it to the end of their turns, which means you take...
Well, real quick, the one in front of Blaine needs to make a wisdom saving throw. As a rune lights up on my armor.
Thank you. I was like, for what?
Yep.
What is
He
it?
being the greatest wizard.
Which wisdom?
Yep.
13?
That fails. He now is incapacitated and has 0 feet of movement. And whatever incapacitated does. Which I don't believe.
Which one is this?
Incapacity, that's my stone rune.
Does it turn them into stone?
No, it just encases them in stone.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
he doesn't have attacks or reactions and 0 feet of movement.
Okay. So
it doesn't say anything about flavor of what it does to
alter
them.
his physical state.
I don't think so. I don't think it adds any flavor of what it actually does to their body. I think, no. They enter a dreamlike stupor.
Okay.
Nothing happens to their body.
So you watch as the one that's just hitting you just over it or about to, he bites you, but right as he's about to take his claws, it kind of just and falls to the ground for a second with his eyes open. Just the end of its turn. So you took 2 attacks away from Blaine, but both of you are going to take some more damage.
Yay.
Wait, did I do?
You
I
gave
did
me 7.
Yeah, I gave you multiple attacks. Okay. All right. So you all are going to take just an extra D10. So you take 2 more points of necrotic damage. Blaine, you take 5.
These guys smell awful.
As this just sickly aura is just around you. Okay.
Go get him, Avenger of Death. Martyr of the Chosen One.
That is going to be the end of their turn. Pierce, it's your turn.
It's a close call, my guy. Can end up on top of the fridge.
Please, Matthew, not another one. All right, it's your turn, Pierce.
All right. I think we talked about this last time, like flavor-wise, but so Sacred Flame is not actual
physical
fire.
flame.
Does it look like fire to them?
Look does not affect the aura.
No, I mean, you said that trolls are afraid of fire.
Well, trolls are weak to it. They are susceptible to it.
Yes.
Got you. Understood. All right. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
On Pale Homie.
Pale Homie. Okay, shoot him. Go ahead.
Believe. Hold on. So is this my attack modifier?
Yes.
For spells, yes.
Okay. That would be a dirty 20.
That will hit. Roll damage. And
all right. I believe it's.
Because they're not dead. I was like, are they
4d6
vulnerable to radiant damage? But I was like, no.
What type of damage?
Radiant damage.
Yes, they are radiant.
They themselves are radiant.
Radiating.
That'd be 14 points radiant damage.
Okay. And that was to the white one, which that one. Ooh, he's been hit a fair portion. Oh, yeah, it's even. Let's go. So you watch as you kind of just take, or how would you like to describe casting the spell?
Yeah, I kind of like I pull out the scythe, and I just kind of like point it towards him and kind of shoot out this kind of lightning bolt at him.
Mm-hmm. It's this red tinted energy that kind of slams into him.
Can I think I'm gonna use.
And the next attack against him has advantage.
Yeah.
So.
I was gonna cast a cantrip as a bonus
Do you
action.
have a cantrip that works as a bonus action?
Because you only have you've used your action to cast a spell.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's any cantrip that works as a bonus action.
Unless you're a sorcerer.
Damn it.
No, there's you can cast healing word. Oh no, you already cast a spell, that's right.
I'm gonna use. Can I use War Priest to take a second attack?
Yes, you can. Although that's that's a physical attack. So you would have to attack with your scythe to
And then
use
take
the
another.
word.
Yeah. Can I attack with my crossbow?
No, because you didn't take the attack action. You cast a spell. You need to take an attack action to get a second attack.
Casting a spell and attacking are two different things. Technically, you cast a spell.
Yeah, but I'm saying if War Priest gives you another attack.
We went through this last time.
We literally did this.
Oh, sorry, but no.
A spell is different than an attack. An attack is you use a weapon to a crossbow or a sword or anything like that. If it is a spell of any kind, create magic sword, create wind, whatnot, that is of itself different than an attack action.
Yeah,
So
I know it's different. I'm saying if you take an additional attack, does it have to be the same thing as the first one, or can they be different?
You can physically swing a sword twice. You can't cast a spell twice. Yeah, that's what that lets you do.
No, I understand what you're saying. So it does not have to be similar, but the first one has to be the attack action. Your action has to be spent attacking to get the bonus action attack. You used your action to cast a spell, so you cannot use your bonus action to do an attack.
I wasn't trying to. I was saying if I take War Priest, which gives me another attack,
That is that.
Can I attack with a crossbow?
No, because you have to attack action first.
You get another attack.
You used your action to cast a spell. If you use your action to attack, that's what lets you use War Priest. You cannot use War Priest on spells.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a condition that you have to fulfill with your action in order to
It's like a
use
prerequisite.
War Priest.
To use War Priest, you have to attack with a weapon: a crossbow, a scythe, a physical weapon, a fist.
Can the second attack you make be made with the spell, or does it have to be made with
No,
It has to be made
casting a
with a
spell and attacking with a weapon are technically two different types of turns.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you cannot do it with the bonus action, but you still have it, or you can use your movement if you like.
I don't think I can use a bonus action or anything else.
Okay. It's okay if you don't.
non-bonus action damage.
Yeah, so unfortunately you are coming from the class that relies on the bonus action to a class that does not use the bonus action. So you started with a rogue. Rogues' bonus actions are integral. Clerics, they're not that important. Most of your power comes from your actions. Okay, so if you're not going to move, that brings us to the start of the initiative order. Savrog.
I take a step back and I'm like...
And nothing happens. He is incapacitated and will not take an attack of opportunity against you.
Wait, that was the white one?
You dare dishonor.
No, this one is guiding bolted. This one is
in a dreamy state.
Okay.
yeah, he's in a dreamy state. This one is Crown of Madness.
You dare bite the greatest wizard of all. You cast magic in my presence. I cast fireball. Right there.
Okay, so I will have
the entrance of the door.
I will have you make a attack roll with your spell modifier to see if you can get it targeted just right.
Or are you just trying
Well,
to get
no, go ahead. It's easier because if you cast in here, the walls will protect Matthew and whatnot. It's fireball is not a super forceful explosion, if I remember correctly. Fireball is a wave of fire.
Plus, what is it?
If I remember correctly, I could be wrong.
What modifier?
Your spellcasting modifier.
One right there.
18.
18. So I'll say you can make it. I'm gonna say by default, the white one is gonna take half damage. If he succeeds to save, he's gonna take no damage because he has wall cover in between you. But these two will have to have the full effects. So, rolling for the white one first, because that's the third one. He's gonna make a save. What is the save?
15.
15. He fails, so he's gonna take half damage. And then the how much damage is it?
Calculating that up right now. These fail.
All of them fail. So 2 of them take full damage, 1 of them takes half damage.
Good.
10, 20. That's a 5 altogether. Plus 3 more 5s. Therefore, that's a 3, which means 10, 20, 30, 33.
33. So 2 of them take 33, and the other one takes 16.
Fire damage!
Yeah. So 16 to this one, which
Incinerates them instantly.
16. No. 33. I can't do reverse math. I like the Hawkeye.
I used Bardic Inspiration on the thing, by the way. Just,
Okay.
you're so inspired.
By the fire that aims right here. It was like,
It's like the adrenaline.
So you watch you see a tunnel of fire come out from the center. The structure is shaken, but one fireball is not enough to take down one structure, at least at a 3rd level. So you watch the fire, it kind of just sears past y'all, kind of getting up close. But there's this beautiful reprieve because in the wake after these trolls are left like just screeching and groaning and wailing and kind of like trying to cover their faces, the like permeating smell of just death and decay is temporarily gone. As you see the skin is kind of burned and is trying to like you see like the pustules trying to reopen on the arms and everything. They're definitely hurt by it, but that aura seems to have temporarily disappeared. Okay, so you doing anything else with your movement, or? Okay, so that is going to bring it to Nathaniel.
cool.
Blaine, please make a Constitution saving throw. Continue with your turns. This is to see if you can keep Crown of Madness.
I cannot if I cast another spell.
Fireball's not concentration.
Yeah.
So
Concentration spell.
you can maintain one concentration spell and do a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. No.
Yes.
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 No.
Crown of Madness had a thing that was specific.
What?
No.
You must use your action to make control of the target.
Oh.
But the spell still lasts on the target. Yeah.
Yes, the spell's still on it.
I'm not controlling it.
You're not controlling it right now.
I don't have to recast it later.
No, well,
I'm gonna have natural one already.
It's
You have to
gone.
recast it.
Later. It's a great discussion. Really no point in having.
Need some more dragons. Okay, done. So the Crown of Madness is no longer him. Go ahead. And which one are you shooting?
I am gonna switch over to my maul since they're in front of me.
Are you gonna swing at the white one?
Yeah.
Roll with
The
advantage.
sleeping one.
Oh yeah. Because of guiding bolt. Look at you. I needed the advantage. It's gonna be a 24 to hit.
That will hit. Roll damage.
We're gonna go ahead and use a fire rune on this man.
Okay.
As my maul lights up with some red flame.
Smithy's hammer.
So it's gonna take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Sorry, actually that's 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
You can just give me the totals. They don't have a vulnerability to fire. The fire
Cool, I
just
was
gets
just
rid of
making
the aura.
sure. Just 12 plus 6 is 18.
18? Okay, so that's... Okay. You watch as you're just about to swing it, the flames and embers spark off of the maul, and you see some of that crackling red lighting shoot up into your maul and down your handle before slamming into it, and you watch it like it's like a cindering mark, a brand that's just left across like
Strength saving throw.
well, that one's gonna be a 22.
It does exceed.
So the chains come up and this runic magic tries to grapple, and you see it just break the chains, and the runes once again descend to the ground.
And I'm gonna move like one over and slap the dude who's unconscious, because I assume I also get advantage on like a guy who.
You get advantage because he's prone.
Damn. I'm still gonna hit him.
He's prone because he fell down.
Oh.
Who's prone?
The red one you're swinging for.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Poor dude.
So it doesn't make any mechanical difference, but.
Well, incapacitated
Does a 12 hit?
12? No.
Dang. We're gonna go ahead and do action surge, because why not?
So you're about to swing down with the maul, but you see the other one kind of rush behind you and kind of grab the handle of your maul and kind of just shove off your attack. You can't even make it all the way through. But go ahead and action search for another one.
Very rude. I'm just gonna try to punch the white one now, because I'm not happy with him.
Oh, punch the white one, okay.
Does 13 hit?
No. So this one, you watch you swing it and you see both of the claws kind of grab around the maul.
I'll stop you. We'll roll with this one this time. Now I'm gonna go for the one on the floor again, because I don't believe in
What? You
myself.
have 3 attacks?
Action surge, an extra attack.
Oh yeah, because you're all level 5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
The screen's going.
Ah!
Can you set your computer on?
No,
This one's gonna be a
not right now. It takes
it's
too long.
higher than 20, so I assume it hits.
Yes.
Hey, we got there eventually, boys.
Got one. Congratulations.
Okay. All right, 15 points of damage.
15. Okay.
Good old red boy.
So this time, as it's grabbing, you kind of just pull it from its hands and shove it forward straight into its chest, dealing that damage. All right. So that's the end of Nathaniel. Brandon.
Continue.
Did you make a fire?
You see, I'll say at this point the fire is lit, but you also see that there are other fires. But if you want to use your
from the fireball
bonus
to take
action,
this fire
we're still
out.
hidden. If you want to use your bonus action
over here with a flint and steel, and he
set
just
your
sees
arrows
flame,
aflame,
feels
I'll
the
say you
fire.
can do that.
Cast him, and he's like holding a
That's your
burnt
bonus
stick.
action. All right, then you have one flaming arrow.
Okay.
Which one would you like to shoot at?
Flaming arrow. You better not miss.
I would like to shoot at.
Well, you can get as a source. The fire's now going. You can now take as a bonus action ignite an arrow.
Oh, okay. I'd like to hit the red one.
He's still
Next to
technically-
Matthew, or tall red one, or short red
one
one?
who's in front of the one.
Okay, so short.
Well,
one.
that one's prone, so you would have disadvantage on it.
Yes.
Well,
So you can shoot the other one,
Yeah, so I'd probably go for a different boy.
or you can shoot the
the
white
other
one.
one.
I would like to shoot.
Matthew.
The greatest wizard of all time.
I will hit you with the fireball faster than you can breathe.
I think you'll die.
Can I hit the
Actually,
dude who is inside the building?
None of them are currently inside. He's not inside, he's just large. So he's 5 feet away from Matthew on the outside.
Okay,
of the
he
wall.
is rotund.
Sorry.
I am large.
We're not troll shaming here.
I will hit the dude who is 5 feet from me.
Okay.
Or I will attempt to shoot.
You have to get a little closer. Just because you have a short bow, right?
I do.
Short bow's 80 feet.
Oh, is it short? Yeah, if it's 80 feet, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. And then if this attack hits,
You have advantage because you're still hidden.
yes, you do have advantage. So get the natural 20.
That's 14. A short bow. I don't actually know.
Same thing as everything else. It's going to be +6.
Plus 6. Okay, so it's 20, not natural.
That hits. So roll your sneak attack damage and your bow damage plus 1d6 fire.
I need d6s.
It's okay. I need,
You need.
They're all right here.
I think I need the one.
They're all right here.
Strength.
You know, I just noticed why my other one takes.
So sneak attack.
When you
fire
have
dice,
19 armor,
the bow. Then you add your dex, which is 3.
you put your guy behind me. That's why.
So the red black.
I've only had one turn. I didn't move.
I moved behind you. Fuck that shit, man.
I moved so they couldn't get to the wizard.
I want to die.
Whatever all that is.
I got another fireball in me, man.
Okay, so that's.
You got a front row seat to me using what we would call giant magic. Now you're in love with me.
Giant ever.
Literally, actually.
6 plus 6 is 12. Plus 2 is
Also, I can't remember if we talked about
Plus
this last time.
6
But
is
isn't there that like
Okay.
Matt Mercer rule that you can't cast
23.
Okay, so
Fire damage.
that is the one. So that's nice. You take the arrow.
One of the general
Right as he's like rushing for you, you see an arrow kind of like stick from like the shoulder blade out through the back, and kind
but none of my cantrips.
of breaks the arrow and looks at his surroundings. Matthew.
I just thought I did that last time.
No, you used your bonus action to light the arrow. Matthew, it's now your turn.
Which one looks weakest?
Weakest is they all are roughly the one in front of you and the one the white figure one look roughly the same.
normal roll because sorcerers.
But the other one looks healthier.
Create
Beefcake looks healthier? The big
No,
one?
the one in front of you is
has their action.
the beefcake. So the beefcake, tall one, and the white one look roughly.
And I'll take care of the
That's
beefcake. The other two seem occupied. Alright.
Let me alone. No.
Here we go. We're just gonna
They got
do
my
2 normal attacks.
Trusty.
Yes, we see a crit.
Let's
Never mind, we see a crit. Oh shoot!
Oh my
So
goodness,
the
a
first
crit.
a crit for.
You're not gonna
what?
divine smite, are you? You gotta save those spells, man.
No, why would I ever? Dos fuego peticio. Let's
appear on the ground, firing sound.
I need another D8. You have a D8?
He screams.
2.
Blood for the blood god.
Okay, one of them isn't double because I have brutal critical.
Brutal critical is still double.
Oh, okay.
Every single dice rolled on a crit is double.
All right.
That's what makes half-orc barbarians so busted.
And then
What?
Blood for the blood.
is divine smite? Is the divine smite 2d8 normally or
Yes.
1d8?
Yep.
It's 2d8 base level.
Oh, so I need another d8.
There's a thing in front of you.
guys fiends are undead?
Are they fiends or undead?
No.
Okay.
They are trolls.
Are they fiends? Oh, good.
Class. What?
You
racist.
You went to high school. You know trolls are a class.
You don't.
I thought it was a.
20.
That's like a woman.
Just like a woman.
Okay, he takes 45 points of damage.
He's gone. There's no way he's not.
44. You had 44 HP. How would you like to do this?
Okay, so as he comes out, I want to charge back. I want my axe blade to glow, and I just want to hit him like right in the center and just cleave like a hot stick of butter. Just straight down.
Easy does it. He kind of breaks the arrow off and then takes the time to and just take your axe and there's a shimmer and you watch blood just hits the ground as you see the two halves of his body.
Remind me not to mess with
And I take a nice big swing, and you know what? I'm feeling nice and ambitious, so I throw the shield back because, you know, why not? And I go for which one is awake?
the white one.
The white one. I would like to go for the awake one. Oh, that's good. That's gonna be a 24.
Oh, I wonder that hits.
Yeah.
Let me calculate. Yeah.
Let me run the math here.
It was Vendir, so when I've hit.
Oh, that's gonna be 14 points of damage.
14? Okay. Cool. So,
I was waiting for Pierce to realize
that
what I
one's
said.
still up, but
I
he's
did.
looking real rough.
You didn't
And
see
now
my
it's
face,
going
but
to
I was
be
like,
their turn. So,
I saw it.
Pile.
all right. So they are going to.
It's a disconcerting foot.
You love my feet.
All right. Well, they're going to.
The one at the end of his turn gets to retry to make the save.
Oh yes, because one of them's asleep. Never mind. That simplifies everything. All right. What's the save?
14.
Wiz?
Yep.
Nope.
Let's go.
Did you end one of them, Matthew?
Yes, he did. He cut
Wait,
it.
you got the natural 20, 45 points of damage.
All right, Matthew. This one is going to turn
Remind me
around.
not to mess with our weird friend.
Well, I thought that guy was still inside the freaking castle walls.
Oh
right?
no, he was just so fat he looked like he was inside the castle walls.
Figures.
Sorry.
Matthew.
I know
Towards
it's
you.
All right.
You're so fat you look like you're still inside. Right at the
Natural 6 for the bite, so no.
Nope.
Where's the?
There could be no troll left by the time we get to my turn.
That is
No, 'cause you're up
second
next.
attack, claw attack against you. No, that's
It's
only
impossible
16.
for you not to have a turn.
Third attack is a natural 20.
Crap.
So you're gonna take 2d6.
Did he walk away from me? Or
No,
is
he
still
just
my
turned
way?
around.
Okay,
Matthew
cool.
walked up to him.
Got it.
Dagger should
Looked like his
initial
initial
that I was close.
Don't worry.
You take 22 points of slashing damage as this one, as you take it and you hit him, and then it just grabs your axe, and you see the other, like, you see the, like, face try and go for a bite. You, like, duck out of the side, but it's just in that moment where you see the hands come and just lash across the
Any
upper side of
necrotic?
the chain. That's, not with claws. The necrotic is with the bite. Yeah, so he kind of
not even
hits you and just deals a great big old scar across your under chin. That one hurt. Which is going to bring it to the end of your turn, which means you take another 5 points of necrotic damage.
Yay! Got 3 hit points, y'all.
Oh,
And you watch this and kind of, and you see as you're like, this moment you feel like the aura of. Wait, no, he got hit by fire. Never mind. He does not. You did not.
There was a fireball that slapped him.
Yep, and a fire arrow. So, back up to 8. So, you feel like the sickness emanating from its mouth, but the rest of its body, where it was actually sourcing, is just starting to crisp and burn. That is going to be the end of their turns. So, Pierce.
All right, Pierce. I know you were worried you want to get to attack.
Okay. Please kill them before I die.
I'm working on it. Okay.
Just don't attack anybody but the white one now.
All right. Just quick
incinerating
gameplay question.
So it's an attack action,
With War Priest.
and then you've used the attack.
It doesn't does it matter if you do a bonus action or an action first? Does it matter what order you do?
Depends. So sometimes a bonus action can be done first. If
Okay.
It doesn't say.
I wanted to cast Divine Favor because it increases your weapon damage, but I want to do it before.
Yes, you can do that. That is
Wait, is
something-
Divine Favor a bonus?
One bonus action.
Yeah, you're
Yes,
good.
yeah, you can do that.
All right. I'm going to cast Divine Favor on myself because that's the only way I can do it. Also, frick the rest of you.
Divine favor. The troll.
Also, before I put the card away, let me look at what it does first. Let me see.
I love when I put my card away.
It's
Extra
kill
1d4
all
damage.
trolls.
Yeah. Every troll that sees you keels over.
Doesn't die, only kills.
Over his blood. Extra. Alright. I'm going to step to Whitey. I'm
Go
going
ahead
to
and
attack.
roll.
Beat that cracker. Roll.
Jesus. I'm going to attack with my scythe.
The Ritz man is gonna beat the cracker.
Oh, well. It's going to be 25 to hit.
That will hit. Roll damage.
Cut him up.
Barely hit, but good
Cut him
job.
up.
We barely hit. You barely scratch Vendier's armor.
Barely scratched his arm.
Wouldn't touch me,
It's going to be.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and that's. Oh, it's going to be.
Angry, I'm sorry.
So that's going to be 11 points of damage.
Okay. Sweet.
Is he?
So you
What damage is divine favor?
Huh? It's 1d4 radiant damage.
doesn't there's no vulnerability. So you kind of just you go up to it and you like there's this moment where you just hold the staff and then there's like a moment of focus before you take the staff and you take one slice and it kind of goes over, and at this level of hit points you swing for the left shoulder and you watch it cuts through the left shoulder and you see one of the troll's arms fall to the ground as just reap and sow. Is that the end of your turn? He's still up barely.
No. I'm going to use War Priest and attack him again.
You already used your bonus action.
Do you have to use the bonus action to use the thing?
What does War Priest say? Let me look it up.
Is War Piece bonus action?
You
That's
already
the
used
question.
divine favor.
No, that's the question. Is War Priest in action? Or
That's
bonus
true.
action? I think it is.
No, War Priest is he used his action and bonus.
Yeah, I think War Priest is a bonus action.
Alright, well, I guess my turn's over.
So yeah, you dealt the extra damage. That also helped you cut off his arm, but you don't get 2 attacks. So,
Sorry, Bruce.
yes, you can. When you use the attack action, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action. All right. That is the end of your turn. Pierce or Blaine. It's now your turn.
Don't fireball. Don't fire. Just throw a fireball or something.
I don't have fireball.
Do something that's not fireball.
To take it.
Yell at him.
I could yell at him, but that's...
Insult the troll.
His only spell is. Oh, you could heal us.
Frick that.
Don't heal the man with 8 health.
His only spell is Fireball.
Thinking through. I don't think I can get a shot off that's not gonna hit everybody. So we fucking walk around the goddamn thing.
Yes, nuke everyone. So the 30 other enemies behind these ones can have a heyday.
It's a fair point. There might be more.
Be like the opening episode of Guns there.
Zach, just a question. There, do I find any like long-arrow sticks that can maybe be fashioned? Some sort of
Vicious mockery.
Fishing pole, yeah.
No.
Spirit of
Brandon, what?
Gives disadvantage on next attack.
Someone's
Dude,
gotta get
what have you done this entire encounter?
I lit an arrow on fire.
Fish, okay?
shot it.
Did it hit anybody?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, it did.
Saved his ass.
Well, sure.
Did.
You did, right?
Did.
Right?
Estoy Rotilios discovered. See?
He's appreciative.
What you doing, Blaine?
See.
Just slowly figuring out. War Priest is one of the most stupid character traits in the game.
It's great if you just use it right.
Well, it just so
I use healing word on Matthew.
So that's your bonus action. So
That's a bonus action.
Yes. Healing word is bonus action.
Lit.
So you still can vicious mockery and shout insult to the troll.
I, to the white troll, express, how dare you be standing when the almighty power of the fireball has already graced you?
is that a saving throw?
Yeah, that's...
What is it, wisdom or charisma?
I think it's
I
wisdom.
don't think he's making either. Well, wisdom is the higher for 8. So how much damage does he take from
2d4.
So roll 2d4 damage.
He takes 2d4 psychic damage.
No, not
That's
D6.
D6.
The tiniest
And you have disadvantage on his next attack.
I got you, Blaine.
Yeah, I'll just roll twice. 5. Does that have any pluses?
No.
No. Please tell me it kills
But the
him.
troll has disadvantage on
Please
his next
die.
attack.
Please.
Not yet.
Dadgummit, that would have been so good.
The lowest. He has 1 hit point. Bullshit!
He has one
Wow.
He had 17. He dealt a lot.
You
Cut off his life. So you do this.
Oh, how much
you
I heal for?
Yell this. You yell this out right after you compliment Matthew's muscles. You yell it out, and then you watch as the troll just recoils and just kind of like slinks to the ground and is like
How much health is that?
is barely breathing.
Did you roll it yet?
No, he did not.
Oh, it's me rolling one.
Yeah, it's 1d4 plus your charisma. Here you go.
How does 1d8?
Oh, no, that's Cure Wounds. This is the non-touch version.
Cure Wounds is 2.
Plus, what's your charisma?
Charisma.
Nice.
Dude, you just doubled in hit points.
Did, bro. There you go. So bringing it to the end of Blaine's turn. Nathaniel.
So anyway, I'm gonna go for the red one.
Okay.
Ooh, hot take. I look at the guy who's
Red one's
literally
still
about to
pretty healthy.
die, and I'm like, well, other people can handle him. I'll hit the guy on the floor. So I know there's an archer behind.
Trolls are after him, aren't
Okay, that's gonna
After
be
Nathaniel's,
a 25 to hit.
no, after Nathaniel's Brandon.
Oh.
25, yes, that hits.
they? 13 points of damage. You're gonna just stop him again. I've already
That's
used
not
cool.
good. I'll call him back as soon as we're done. Supervisor Steve is calling.
Oh no.
5 minutes, it's fine.
I know. It just means it's probably gonna be late night.
25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. I'm just making sure something didn't change.
You're gonna attack the black one.
That's
and
what
get
I
the
was
hell
saying.
you want to do this in the most epic way possible. You're gonna rodeo that bitch. You're gonna rodeo the hoe.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay.
Just attack with a weapon, Brandon.
Okay.
It's not that difficult.
slamming into the back of it.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Hey, listen. He's. Thank you. I was thinking that. I was like, you of all people should have
Just
said
attack with a weapon, man.
But I'm trying to attack. I'm not trying to fucking fashion a fancy dress for myself to put on to go fight him, man. Jesus
I'm being creative.
That's the end of my
I'm
turn.
being inventive.
I'd like to remind everyone I played a grand total of 1 session even using spells at all. Ever.
He's played 1 session using sticks. Give him a chance.
Yeah, God, bro.
All right, so the end of Nathaniel's turn. Brandon, it's now your turn.
Oh.
What color is the dress?
I'm going to run up. Fuck the flaming arrows.
I'm done with that. Don't do that. Don't do something to the flaming arrows.
Don't shove it
I
up
would
your
like
ass.
to use
Mom, there's flaming arrows in my ass. Don't get me.
3.
I did it to myself this time, but it was still a bad idea. That's why I liked it a bit more.
You kill Savrog. My bad. Oh, God, my bad, Savrog.
Right here, and that I would like to.
Roll an attack.
I'm trying to decide. Do I want to throw my hatchet or do I want to shoot it?
Huck your hatchet.
Whichever one you took is gonna be
Roll your hatchet. Roll an
as
attack.
long as you hit, it dies.
Brandon, the health that it's at, you should just throw the flaming arrow.
No.
I would like to chuck my hatchet. And that's
You're gonna kick him in the
Also, if
shins.
it fails, you can chuck your dagger.
Oh, true.
I just want to do a. I want to do a full Mortal Kombat. Do the splits nut punch.
How would you like to do this?
I would like to run up and just frustration.
I would like to. I sprint up to the little this guy who's like. I jump on his head. I take my hatchet. I go. Oh my God! Blood going everywhere. It's getting in my mouth. It's getting in my face. No, he is too late. I go.
jump and just chucking the top of this guy, and you watch just like just chunks of blood and just.
And I'd like to take the head, but that would be an attack.
You're still in the how do you want to do this part?
I would like to take the head, and I would like to punt it at this guy right here.
Well, it's not disconnected.
I chopped the head off.
Oh, you chopped the head off. Okay.
Yeah, we all just stood in wonder as
Okay, I'll have you make an athletics check as a 2 foot tall
mentally
gnome
stable
tries to
gnome.
kick a 30-pound.
He's 2 feet tall.
3 foot tall.
Damn it, I didn't use my bardic inspiration.
Yes, sir. Proficient. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, 0 in strength.
proficiency kicking head ass.
15. And thus the game of golf was invented.
Yes.
No, you. Okay, 15.
Golf football?
I'm gonna say it does not hit the other person because it is a troll head, which is heavy, and you are a gnome.
That's some bullshit.
So I will say you kick it and it rolls and hits the other one's foot, but it does not hit the other one in the head.
Does it alert it to my to where I'm at?
Well, he's sleeping.
He's sleeping,
no.
so he's on the ground sleeping, then another head.
The head of his dead brother rolls.
I will say at this point, we're going to move into the execution style. One incapacitated enemy at below half health versus a party of 5.
He could wake up. He
So,
could wake up. Hey, I said
say-
we'd all take, turns taking, pot shots.
Over the course of the arrows, axes, scythe strikes, inspiration, and other confused walls,
If I used fire.
the other troll is dealt with and dispelled, held under by the wounds.
Poor guy, bro.
And then there is a moment. The sun is now below the horizon. It's still still daylight. The sun is below the horizon. And we have silence. The 3 trolls are dead. Yay! And now the tower remains to be explored and gazed upon and all the secrets found. But we're gonna go ahead and start that tomorrow. So,
Wait, that's so nice.
Oh, we don't have to put anything up or take it down.
no!
Just don't touch it.
Nothing!
Go.
So thank y'all so much, and especially for going along with some of the things. I know some of this was a little bit. There was a lot of trial run stuff going on, so thank y'all for bearing with it. But yeah, yay! Let's go. Part 1 was 3 hours and 10 minutes.
I am fricked up.
You have fricked up?